Hello, friends and enemies, heroes and villains. Welcome to Epic Realms. We've got a very special tabletop RPG show for you. And it's going to go probably off the rails because everybody here is so creative and fun and just it's amazing. And the game is so silly. We are playing from Fight in the Box, Mechanical Corners, a tabletop role playing game. And it's a lot of fun. There will be links in the chat for Ed, Eric, Chris, and for Fight in the Box. So you guys can find all of the things today. You can find right in the chat. But first, I want to talk about some of the things all of our guests have coming up, just to kind of get the ball rolling. You can kind of get to know them, what they have going on, and stuff like that. Mark, I know Fight in the Box currently has it's not a Kickstarter,
No,
it's a
it's
game funding page. Tell us
yep,
about
it's on
that.
Game Found. Yep, we are currently crowdsourcing, crowdfunding um, Conquest Princess. Fashion is Power. It is a bag building crisis management game where you play space agents trying to take down galactic tyranny. It's a co-op game. It's a lot of fun. It's big. It'll take up your whole table. Um, so we've got that on Game Found right now. Um, and it just felt wrong to not include fashion in tonight's game. So tonight's game is titled The Fashion Fiasco. I hope you're all ready to look good while you're stealing things.
Awesome. Right next to Mark, we have the one and only Ed Greenwood is joining us. Ed's been on the podcast multiple times. He's been on the Game Masters Workshop with me multiple times. He's got all kinds of stuff going on, brand new and fresh. Ed, why don't you tell us all of the things?
All of the things?
Well,
I
all of
can't
the things.
remember them. I'm an old fart. I can't remember all the things. Okay, let me just tell you the most exciting thing that's top of mind
Okay.
right now. Okay, let me tell two things. Because, haha. Okay, have just finished the layout for Clea, Viking Rule Dublin for the Fate of the Norns game, the deep dive book. After 3 years, the darn thing is almost finished. And I say almost finished because I then hand it back to the layout gurus. But for all of you out there who supported the Kickstarter and have been wondering why this last book, yeah, it was me, and it's done now. Okay, so that's that. And the other thing is, tomorrow I talk about the new Onyx Path game, The World Below. And that's it. I'll shut up now.
Where's that going to be at that you're going to be talking about that?
There is apparently Onyx Path has an online convention tomorrow,
Okay.
and it'll be on the interwebs somewhere.
Okay.
I don't understand these things because the last time I looked, the interwebs are right behind my computer, right here, and there's no room for all those guys back there.
All right. Sounds good. Eric, you just came off of an amazing Kickstarter that was successful. You got anything? What else is going on? Tell us about that. Tell us about what's coming up.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I'm actually got to be writer, game designer. I also run numerous games on the Dungeon Scrawlers channel. You should go check that out. These are the books that came out of the Kickstarter, and there are more. This is the main one, Libations for the Dead. And then this like bonus book that I wasn't intending to publish, but we hit that stretch goal, and I have more. And I wrote a 104,000 word novel in a couple months ago. That was part of the Kickstarter, and I'm currently working on book 2 of that series. They're a superhero series, kind of a. What did Chris describe it as? I think, Chris, you said it was like Jessica Jones meets the boys, and I thought that was a very good explanation. So it's kind of it's a little bit of a modern deconstruction, but also a celebration of superheroes. And it's really good. And I'm working on Redacted Project and also Redacted Project, which you will hear about eventually. Yeah, that's pretty good too.
Awesome. My piratey friend Chris Jackson, how are you doing? Welcome, Ben. What do you have going on?
Are
Yar.
actually a lot of unpiratey stuff. I
Yeah.
just finished up 2 different series for 2 different publishers. One myself, the Bloodsea Tales is finished, 6 books, and the shit. Sorry.
That's okay.
Uh,
You're
the
among friends here. It's okay.
The trilogy I did, the hard science fiction trilogy I did for Shadow Alley Press, the Alden
Pacifica
Northcliffe
and-
series. Yeah, the Fivefold Universe. Sorry, that was what was stuck in my head. Fivefold Universe, which was so much fun because I don't usually write hard science fiction, and it turned out really fun. But I had last year the first book in a trilogy come out from Falstaff. It is a post-apocalyptic fantasy, but not fairies fantasy. Kind of dark fantasy. And the second book is due out this summer. The first book is called, and here's the title, The Last, and the second book is called The First. So just to mess with your head, right? So John Hartness just really loved the first one, and so we're in the mix to maybe get some awards for it, and I can't be excited enough for the second one to come out.
That's awesome. I'm very excited. We gave away The Last on a holiday stream we did. You were on here. It was a lot of fun. These guys, everybody watching, these guys have all been amazing contributors to the podcast, the stream, me, and I can't thank them enough. And we did the Game Masters Workshop. It seems like forever ago, the first episode of the Game Masters Workshop, and afterwards the three of you were sitting there going, man, we should role play together. And I don't know if you've done it since that was brought up, but you will be doing it tonight, and I'm very excited to make this thing happen. I want to also thank Mark, who is the GM, designer of this game and artist of the game, to come forth and kind of run this, and I appreciate it. Mark, do you want to tell us a bit about the game and kind of what we're going to be looking at here?
So the Mechanical Corners role-playing game is an offshoot of the card game Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber from Fight in a Box Games. A couple years ago, we kickstarted Mouse, Cheese, and it was a huge success. So much so that we hit our stretch goal of making an RPG out of it, because the people, Seppi and I at Fight in a Box, we are RPG. We're role players at heart. We make board games because we like to make board games, but we love role-playing games. So the world of Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber is this sort of late 1800s steam, early electricity, coal, smokestacks, and thieves around every corner. You've got royalty, or the upper crust, the fancy people, and then you've got the lowly minions doing menial tasks below ground. The weird thing about the world is that it is populated by food, animals, and robotic minions, which usually have a food or animal element. So, for example, the upper crust, the royals tend to be dairy, mostly cheese. The animals tend to be middle class. They're the people who work their 9-to-5s. They own the taverns that you'll find your thieves and other people in. This particular RPG usually uses the cards from the Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber game, but since we don't all have that game, we are substituting regular playing cards and 4-sided dice for those cards. Yeah, so it's a pretty easy game to learn. You each have a number of stats, and they are numbered between 1 and 5. Got some blurry stats on screen.
Blurry stats, yep.
And those are how you do your things, and they're not like your charisma or anything. They're not brawn. They are bold and careful and clever and practical, sturdy and swift. So yeah, each player also has quirks and flaws, which are special things that make their characters unique. And those we'll get into those when we get into those, but everyone's going to be rolling 6-sided dice, and yeah, I think we can really just get going. The most important thing about this game is that those cards, or in our case 4-sided dice that we are getting, determine who wins the game, because like any good heist, one of the thieves is pulling the strings behind the scenes. So the player who ends up with the highest number on all of those dice or cards will get to narrate the end game. All on board so far?
Yep.
Okay. So you can get those cards by helping other thieves, and by helping you get to give them an extra die on their roll. So they get a die, you get a card. So you might want to watch who's helping the most often, because they're more likely to win during the end game.
And I didn't realize it till recently that really just, if they're helping, that means their fingers are in the pie helping pull the strings. They're hands on because they were there to manipulate the situation. I was like, that I didn't catch that right away, and I was like, oh, I see, okay.
I actually wrote this game, a very simple version of this game for a summer art class that I had with a bunch of middle schoolers. And so we were in a museum for this class. In the morning, we took a tour of the museum. I had everybody take notes. And then in the afternoon, we played the role-playing game where they got to steal their favorite piece of artwork from the museum.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
And I think it was the most chaotic session I had. I think I had 16 kids in this session. Just put the desks in a circle. I stand in the middle and I point.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Talk about herding cats.
Yeah. But it was quite a bit of fun. Are we ready to get started?
I think so.
Okay.
Good to go.
It's Mechanical Corners. This city on the edge of industrialization. We see some smokestacks spewing smoke into the sky. We can hear the sound of trains on the rails. And our view moves through the streets, passing vegetables in long coats, and cats and dogs and any other animals all over the street. We see a peacock giving a tour to some people from out of town, making our way through the Bridge District, past Clock Tower Games and the Red Herring, and we move in through the doors of Highball's. Would you like to describe what Highball's distillery looks like after his previous successful heist?
So Highball, first and foremost, is a minion with a kind of a rocks glass for a head, and always filled with some sort of alcohol. Sometimes his mood or his demeanor changes based on the fluid that is inside. Highballs was once like an industrial building that's been converted into a kind of a it looks like it was supposed to be like a high society type gathering for high-end spirits, and it looks like it's really nice. However, the establishment probably not the group of people he was hoping would end up being around in the bar. And that's kind of, you've got the overhead. It's not finished. The roofs is a very industrial look still. You still have pipes and things on the walls, and the floors are still nice. The tables are mostly really clean, and the place looks like it's should be newer, but it looks like it's taken a little bit of wear and tear in the short time it's been open.
We see the long bar and move past the big copper stills in the back and up onto this balcony that circles the top, and we see Highball in his office up there. I think there's a window. There might be a crack in the window, and moving through the window, we see Highball standing with his informant. Would you like to describe what sort of animal or plant or minion your informant is?
It's a small badger.
Small badger.
Smaller than most other badgers usually are.
Okay, cool. Your
We
badger.
nickname him Badge.
Badge.
He's
great.
also doubles as the bouncer.
Small bouncer. Badge, the Badger, has come through with one or two small jobs since your last big heist, and he is very, very excited because he's got a big one. He's got a big one happening very soon, and he would like you to invite your new crew in. I don't think you're on necessarily on speaking terms with your old crew after what happened.
I mean, they don't really know. They know, but they don't really know. It was just circumstantial.
Yeah, so why don't you call in the gang? Call them in. We'll discuss the particulars of this operation. We'll discuss my cut, but you know the particulars, the stuff you got to know.
Okay. I'll meander downstairs and go and see who's available.
And who do we see sitting at the bar? Who would like to introduce their character first?
Erik?
Greetings, all. I am Silky, scoundrel extraordinaire. I am a multi-limbed, multi-talented individual. I'm an animal. I have 4 legs and a trench coat, so it's unclear exactly what kind of animal. But I have 4 limbs, the better to accessorize.
And sitting next to Silky,
Ed,
The
you want to go?
funnest guy in the room. I'm a fun guy. I'm a fun guy. I'm a fungus. The fungus is among us. Inoki is, it's hard to stare Inoki in the eye because he's got thousands. Little buds, little mushrooms, little spore, little pockets popping up all over him. Above his nicely, tailored waistcoat, and he's wearing a fedora, which keeps some of his, fungi under control. But they're always looking, and he chatters to himself. What do you think about that over there? I don't know. What about this lady right? This guy right next to us. I don't know. He's like overdressed, but could be a nice guy. So a lot of chatter going on, but his eyes see everything.
and last but not least,
Sitting very quietly in the corner is what looks like a flower pot wearing a peel-tight black jumpsuit. Very smooth, very slick. And this quiet individual has, of course, things growing out of the top, and is just occasionally they part so we could see through. If it's a he, can't be sure. And he looks out and he goes, Ancient Orange. And that's all he says. If it's a he, you can't be sure.
the 4 of you gather as Highball brings you up into his office, and you see Badge. He's got these sort of high pants with suspenders. He's got a little newsboy cap. He looks little, but he looks tough. And he says, all right, so this is the new crew. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. All right, we got a diamond.
Well, the caper is over if we already have the diamond.
Yeah, exactly.
Aha, drinks all around.
Do we get paid now?
No.
Easiest job I have ever done.
Really, I feel.
Although there
I feel
was this one
accomplished.
time.
I suppose I should say there is a diamond.
Wait, I had a good authority. There's more than one diamond in the world.
Yes.
Okay. There is a new diamond in Mechanical Corners.
Ah,
Now you're
Now you're
talking.
being
Now we're
specific.
getting somewhere. Yeah.
Specifics. I do have specifics.
I do like specifics.
Okay. Well, you'll like this. 14 carats. It's a big guy. It's worth 30 million kurds.
It's a lot of cheese.
That's a lot of
It
cheddar.
is indeed. So this diamond, there's going to be this gala sort of thing. I guess they're calling it a fashion expo tomorrow night at the Royal Dairy Museum. There's going to be all sorts of fashion designers, people wearing fancy clothes and all that sort of stuff. But this diamond is the piece de resistance. It's probably going to be under lock and key because it is quite valuable. But I have it on good authority that it's going to be paired with the showstopper of the designer, Edith Bread.
Edith
Of course.
Bread.
So this thing is big. It's nice, you know, a nice oval cut diamond. There's pearl onions around the thing, but yeah, I know a few people who would pay a pretty penny for that thing if they had the option. Hoping you could give them that option.
So how do we get the rock off the bread?
Well,
That's the big question.
That's not really a thing that I deal with. I just get info and then I hand it over and I expect payment. 10% or so.
So this is what you need us for then.
Right.
Yeah.
10%.
That's why you're
14
here.
carats is 1.4 carats. That is your fee, yes?
Sure. Yeah.
How
But not the
many
vegetable.
carats?
The curds.
What is the curd to carat ratio? This is very important.
That requires more math than I am currently capable of.
I shall work upon this math. Couple of my hands, pull out an abacus, and just start.
Snickety, 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 snick.
Continue. You have my full undivided attention, or at least 90% of it.
So I can provide plans of the Dairy Museum. If you need somebody, I don't know, if you need somebody that can help with certain aspects of this thing, I could probably set you up with somebody. I don't know what you need yet, but if we need disguises, I know a guy. If you need transportation, I know a guy.
My cousin, Vinny. The
I know
linguini.
several guys.
Oh, you know Linguini? We want to keep
no.
Linguini out of this.
Yes.
Big Broccoli does not need to know about this deal.
Got it.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Big
Nick-
broccoli
Nick-
is very tolerant toward carrots.
Romanesco, if he got wind of this, he would want to cut, we keep Romanesco out of these deals.
Agreed.
You would know that
Agreed.
Romanesco is a local gangster,
Yeah.
also known as Big Broccoli. Linguini works for him.
Right.
So what do you need from me?
Timing, transportation,
Invitations.
invitations. We need a real invitation from somebody that can get in. Probably somebody who can look the part of a high class person.
Upper crust.
So clothes.
Oh, well.
Clothes.
Yes, that's a
Upper.
good idea.
You need
Yes, like
transportation,
fashionista.
clothing, and this is a lot of stuff.
Well, you did
Well,
offer.
Yeah, we
You-
haven't
yeah,
got
you
to
just
our
asked.
fee yet,
Right.
Wait till
Listen.
we get to our fee.
I can help
all-
you out, but I can't help you out that much.
All right. What can you provide?
I can get you sort of looks around the room. Well, I said I could get you floor plans. That's pretty good.
Okay.
I can
Floor
get
plans.
you I can get you in with somebody that does clothes, that does costumes.
Good. Yes.
Good.
Okay.
Mhm. And
Can
a
you get
discount.
us?
Yes, I shall take that as a yes.
Let's get a roll. Let's get our first roll of the game.
Excellent. What am I gonna roll? This sounds like
You might be
clever,
bold.
maybe? Bold.
I
bold.
would take clever if you want to use
All right.
clever.
I use clever.
So you roll.
I'll help you with a clever.
Okay.
So roll an extra dice.
Yeah, there was enough back and forth that you could help, and then you get to roll a d4 and set that aside.
Do I just tell you which numbers I rolled, or do I add them up, or what?
So this person, he's a little flaky. He's been around the block. He sort of knows the way things are. I'm going to say this is a challenging roll, which means you
So
need at
he's-
least 1 4 across the board.
Well, I happen to have rolled best ability score ever, and it is 1 4, 2 5s, and 2 6s.
Okay,
Holy crap.
I did
That's
That's
real
a
well.
fantastic result.
that
Yeah,
is actually
I'm sure
what
that
we
won't happen
call
again.
a fantastic
A
success.
fantastic result. Yes,
Yeah.
quite.
So you succeed and something fantastic comes out of it, or instead of something fantastic coming out of it, you can take a card.
I shall take a card.
Okay.
Oh, you greedy
Well,
bastard.
What was it exactly you were asking him for? A discount on
A discount. So I
okay.
think that's diamonds.
Yeah, fine. I'm burning a bridge with this one, but yeah. No, you're gonna go for go to Pumpernickel's haberdashery and tell him I sent you, I guess.
Wonderful.
I get, boy, his enthusiasm is underwhelming.
Listen, Pumpernickel and I go way back, and not always in a good way. I'm currently on his good side. This will probably, slip me back on down to his bad side.
Are you saying that this might be way that has gone slightly off?
Oh, nice cheese tie you had.
Oh,
It'll all be fine.
I have multiple limbs. They're all gesturing like that.
Does Chris get a card for helping?
Yes.
Or a dice roll?
I already rolled
A
it.
dice roll. Yep.
Yep.
So the Mechanical Corners RPG is set in 3 scenes. The first one is the setup, where you come up with your plan. You decide what you want to do, get all the information you can. The second scene is the one where you set that plan up. You go to Pumpernickel. You go get your transportation if you need transportation. And then the third scene is the heist. So
Right.
What else would you like to do as Badger finishes up giving you Pumpernickel's information? He says he'll meet you in an hour with the plans for the museum. What else would you like to do to set this set the ball rolling on your heist?
So we have suitable clothing squared away.
Yep. We need a plan. And I have something I would like to pitch to you. So the wearer of
Take it away,
this
my
rock.
fun friend.
Yeah, and I'm gonna roll a clever on this. So the wearer of this rock is Bread, correct? So what?
That is the designer.
Right.
The
wearer.
Mhm.
Who's going to be wearing the rock?
There will be a model, won't there?
It will be a model, and it will be probably the last model to go out of the night. This is the big finale.
Okay, I was under the impression the person wearing the rock would be, what's her name with the bread?
Edith
Bread.
Edith Bread.
Edith Bread.
Edith Bread. So I was thinking something else. So changing my plan slightly, Edith is not going to let some model wear this rock backstage until it's time to put it on her, because it's just too valuable, correct?
That's
so
right.
we have to find out where the rock is being kept.
Find out where the rock is being kept.
Right. And then we have to make up a fake and do the switcheroo.
Aha, yes. I think this is a good plan.
Before the show, right?
Right. So it's there all along. We're not doing anything right then in front of everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. It's done before the event.
We shall need a consistency in case this does not work.
Right.
So my proposed consistency is to find the identity of the model who shall be sporting this 14 carrots, all 14 of
Right.
them. I suspect that with modeling such a wonderful thing, the only model it could possibly be is T. So we approach model T and make sure that we have an in.
Okay,
Which
so
of you scoundrels suitably charming to pull such a thing off?
actually, you're going to be our face on this, I think, aren't you, Silky?
Ah, I thought you would never ask. Honestly, I thought you would never ask. It's been so
I'm
long.
asking.
Excellent.
No, I'm
Yes,
the
I
brains.
accept.
You're the face.
I accept.
So I propose that you arrange a dance with the model T, and if we fail, that's our secondary plan. If we fail the first, we're gonna have to bail, and the lights go out, Major screams, you snatch the rock, and we hit the road.
I shall
Yeah, but
recommend.
that's plan B.
Yes. I shall recommend, for the purpose of this consistency specifically, that I should be holding the fake rock, and thus I can do the switcheroo once the lights go down.
If we can't, yes, correct. If we can't make the switch before, somebody will we can have a couple of fakes made. I mean, it's pace, right?
Yes.
So you have one, and then we have another that we're going to try to find out where the rock's being kept and switch it there. But now we have plan A, plan B. I like this. I like this.
Very
And,
I would like
and as
the clever
person
roll.
with, as the person with the bad,
I'm obviously
background in
assisting
this.
that clever roll because I
Right.
worked a lot with him there.
I'll be the diversion when we do that. If we need a diversion, I will do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta be
Great. All right.
So this clever roll is to determine the accuracy of everything that you just said.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
doomed!
So for this one,
We're
I would like
doomed.
it to be hard. You need a 5 or higher. And
I
if
have
you are
2
getting
sixes.
assistance, you get to add a die.
Yeah, I have 2 6s, a 4, and a 3. And then
2
garbage.
6s, a 4, and a 3. All right. So that is a success.
Okay.
A simple success. So you do know that Greenie T is the model that is going to be wearing this rock. Greenie is one of the most popular runway models in the region currently. What else do we have? You might be able to get Greenie aside, but there's a likelihood she's going to be surrounded by fans and reporters and photographers, and you know, photography, it takes like 10 minutes to take one picture.
That might be another in.
well-
Get somebody close to her.
One must take one's time to fully enjoy green tea.
Let's not get distracted in the middle of the mission here.
So I think I got a card for the. Yep.
You did. You can always refuse help. If you do, I get a card because I can also win.
Oh,
The plot
and
has thickened.
And yeah, time to stir it. When exactly did we learn this? Now.
Right now.
No.
We're learning as we go. Yeah, so along with that, if you have cards in your possession, you can use them to skip a roll and treat it like a fantastic success.
Does that burn the card?
It burns the card.
Burns the card.
You say that you're doing that before you roll,
Before
or
you
after
roll.
you roll and realize that you done messed up, son?
Before you roll.
Okay. Understood.
There may also come a time when you want to do something that is impossible.
Oh, and that also costs. Yeah.
That also costs a card, and you still have to roll.
Are you going to tell us how difficult something is before
I'll
we
tell
roll?
you. Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right.
Okay. Are
Do
there
I get
any?
a card for making the roll?
You do not get a card for making the roll.
Okay.
We shall
All right.
need, we
Forgot.
shall, of course, need to determine the appropriate substance by which we can make fake rocks.
Yeah, we'll have to find somebody to either forge one or give us the supplies to it.
So I will
Brass
take
cutter.
And
a
we'll still
roll
need to
Can't
talk
use
to
real rocks. Must have fake rocks.
to know a lapidary.
What did you say?
You know what?
Who would like to know the rock forger?
I would like to know the rock forger.
Tell me how you might know this rock forger.
Because I've been running this bar for a little bit of time now, and I've been using a lot of my money that I got from the last one to send out connections, specifically for situations like this. I mean, I got Badger after all.
That sounds clever.
Okay.
Might I recommend that we make these rocks out of sugar just in case green tea is a bit bitter? Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. Came up with that idea.
Chat did come up with that.
Oh dear.
This
We
will
are
be
so doomed.
We
challenging,
are.
which means you need a 4.
This might not go so well. I got a 4 and a 1
Okay.
of my 2 dice.
You know somebody, and they are not a fan of you.
So I know a guy,
And
They
but
are.
they don't like me all that too much.
and
They might be able to forge us a thing, but we might not want to use my name for it.
And how much are they likely to charge? Are they inexpensive?
If we don't tell them what it's for, it probably won't be as expensive as we told them.
Great. Highball, I have a question. So there are actually people that do like you?
where are they? I'm sure there are plenty of people who like you.
Anybody
List
who
them,
likes
and
a
I
good
shall
spirits,
count them off on my hands.
Yeah, so this is Fritz.
Just curious.
8 hands, each of which has 3 fingers. Good luck.
Short list.
Yeah.
So Fritz
So
is
we have
is a
to
croissant.
not mention you when we approach this glass guy.
Yeah, Fritz.
Fritz. Fritz the glass guy.
What is Fritz?
I think I just said croissant, and I think I'm actually wrong. But anyway, he's some sort of pastry.
Okay.
And how much of a budget do we have? I don't recall hearing that we'd get anything. Am I wrong in that?
Well, we're splitting the proceeds.
Badge said
Yeah,
he knows some people who are willing to buy.
Yeah.
So this thing will probably go for quite a bit on the black market.
Oh, so we need someone who will wait for payment. Yee.
I don't think Fritz will wait for payment if Highball's the one talking to him.
We'll need
Right.
So
something
I think
of
what
value.
Ed's saying, we need an investor.
Okay, great. You need to
Right.
find somebody who will buy.
Right.
Okay.
Because money don't grow on trees. Except for this one lady I knew who had this beautiful head of
Lettuce?
hair and
Money.
money. Just, yeah.
Ah,
Head of
the
lettuce.
lettuce lady. Yes.
Yeah.
I once had a friend
Oh,
who was
here we
just
go.
full of cheddar. So much cheddar coming out of his pores.
You know,
To be
I
young
have
and
many
charming.
friends.
Now I'm simply
have
old
thou-
and charming.
I have thousands of friends and they're all right here.
All right. So in the next scene, you're going to track down these contacts. And part of the fun in this game is that you're probably going to end up splitting the party at least once. So who is going to do what? We've got Fritz. We've got looking for a buyer. You want to track down Greenie. You want to see where they're storing it. Got a lot of options as the four of you refine your plan in this this dimly lit office. I'm picturing. I feel like Highball's probably got a felt top poker table, and it was formerly owned by a group of dogs. They lost it playing poker,
Got it.
and and Highball won it. So I'm picturing this like wood paneled room with the four of you sitting around the table plotting.
So you're saying it's a full house?
It is. It's a little cramped. Highball
Sorry.
could not afford a larger office.
It's genetic and it's thematic.
Yes.
Full house,
Alright.
queen high, right?
Mm.
So I'm going to be bold under the table and drop a little fungus spore and have it latch on to Badger and spy on him for me. It can talk to me from a distance. I just want to know if we are being set up. That's all the information I want from him.
Okay.
So that is a dice roll of 3 dice.
I'm going to make it.
And since I'm doing this surreptitiously, do I even get the chance? I can't refuse help, but
Who's paying attention?
not me.
I am certainly paying attention, but I want to see how this plays out.
I'm probably had a little bit to, I'm Highball after all. I'm probably not paying attention.
He's full of alcohol.
That's right.
Literally, it's in his head.
It's all
I
in my
would say
head.
that somebody could distract Badger.
I shall distract Badger for you, my friend.
More than one person can also offer.
Yeah, I'll
You get
help.
to
Actually, the most
choose.
observant one in the crew is probably Ed's character. I can't remember the
Agent
name. I'm
Orange.
sorry.
Agent Orange.
Agent Orange. Yes. the
Quietly
ever
watching
observant.
from
Yes.
behind their bush.
So you might see me pluck off a little shroom, and it trundles down my waistcoat and hops onto the floor and heads
Oh.
toward Badger.
Oh, I see it all right. Yep.
Would you
So,
like to assist by distracting?
yes, I will. I will distract Badger.
Okay.
And I will distract Badger by hopping off my seat and beginning to unpeel my jumpsuit.
Ah, it is happening already.
You ever peel an orange?
Yeah, it works better if you use your tongue.
Yeah.
Peel it in one long,
are you accepting that?
languid peel.
Assistance?
Yes, I
Okay.
am, and I
You
need
need
it.
a 4.
I got 1 4,
1
4 a 3,
4.
4 and 2 3s. So
Okay.
I suck.
You succeed, but it costs you.
Do
I'm
I
not
get
going
a
to tell you
card?
exactly how it costs you quite yet.
What's going to cost me?
We'll see.
Yeah, so it definitely latches onto Badger as Badger exits the room because he does not want to see Agent Orange on Peel at the moment.
Do I get a card?
You do get a card.
Woo!
It's a little too personal for Badger. And he walks out and resumes his bouncer duties at the bottom of the bar.
But he does have my fungus
does.
on him, right?
Yes, there is a small fungus clinging to him right now.
Yeah, the only reason it's there is to tell me if we're being set up.
Okay.
That's it.
Sure.
Perhaps I could go to the haberdashery. He doesn't mind me.
Does he
So
sell
who's going
many
to
waterproof hats?
whiskey-proof hats?
Whiskey-proof hats. Exactly.
That's why me and Agent Orange get along, because we're both a little old-fashioned.
Nah. Nah.
Oh,
Neat.
Nicely said. Nicely done. Nicely done.
oh, wow.
So we need to track down a buyer, but at the same time, there is the question of Model T. So I am charming enough to handle both of these tasks, I'm sure, but perhaps one of you fine
People.
Yes.
individuals might be interested in wingmanning it.
Wingmanning it. Is that what we're calling it? As you handle both of them. Sure, I'll do it.
Well, I might know somebody, so
I would be
Right.
honored to wingman and watch you at work as you handle both of them.
oh no, what I was going to suggest is that one of you go and talk to
So
Model T and then suggest that this might happen and hype up our connection.
so I was gonna say, as he handles her what, tea bags?
Oh.
Oh.
I am straining for reply.
My God.
So,
Oh, well, you
I
know,
think
if
I'm
you
just
Say
gonna
that with a straight
leave.
face.
if you slip out of the jumpsuit, you won't strain so much. But in this case, I'm not the right one because of my past. To
well, here's the thing. Regarding, all right, I shall speak with Green Tea then. It shall be a wonderful reunion of sorts. And in the meantime, I do happen to know somebody who might be a good investor for us. I'm going to use my quirk, Mark, and
Perfect.
find us a buyer, an investor.
Yes, and that is Mr. Schlangenbrat of Schlangenbrat Industries. He's got a lot of money and he really likes stuff. You know that he buys things under the table quite often, usually cult-ish things, eldritch things, but he's got an eye for rocks as well.
I see. Well, that's who we should approach then. Does one of you fine villains, proper villains, want to approach this gentleman?
I hate to split the party into three, but it looks like we have three goals here, right? One's going to Miss T, one's going to our investor, and one's going to Highball is going to
In our
what was that
outfits.
you're doing?
We gotta
Okay,
get our
let's have it,
outfits.
Ashley.
Right, outfits, right.
And we still need somebody to get the fake rock.
Ooh,
Yeah, we got Fritz.
we're gonna split up into four.
It
Crap.
has to be someone other than Highball
Right.
mm,
and me, because
We could
Or-
also go in
Right,
groups
you're
of like
spoken
We
two
could
and
do
two.
two.
I
and
think
two
we
and do-
should go in groups. Yeah, I'm a little.
Yeah, two and two.
shall
yeah.
we
that
go
actually-
2 by 2?
You can meet.
Yeah.
You could do two. Do the first two. Meet back here, and then
reassign.
split up into different groups for the second one
Okay.
if you want to.
Very
Yeah,
well.
Okay.
right. Play me Misty. Yeah.
Well, what are the ones that are going to take the most time? Because those would be the ones we should meet with first, so that they have time to do things.
We can leave Green Tea to second because it is less important that we charm them first. I can always charm them at the time.
We need to give the fake rock producer the most time.
Right.
Yeah.
So if
And the
Shago will lead
clothes.
them-
Yeah.
So
And the clothes. So we should do the fake rock and the clothes first.
Great.
right. Okay. Okay. I'll go with Highball to get the clothes. Unless actually you're gonna be wearing the clothes, Silky. Do
I
you
suppose
want
that's true. Highball and I shall
Um,
go for the clothes, and the two of
okay,
you
then-
shall go speak to this Fritz character. Yes?
We can get your measurements and we can bring them with.
I suppose that's
I'll
true.
go with
Sketch me
Agent
like one
Orange
of your
to-
French spiders.
Oh dear.
You're going to have like 8 little stockings hang off your
Each one must be a
Waistcoat.
separate stocking. Each one must be a separate accessory. Spare no expense.
Oh no, spare the expenses. We don't have funding yet.
Spare some expense.
You hear, Badge, don't forget my 10%.
Oh, okay. So Ed and I are going to go to the glass blower.
Yep.
Glass guy. Fritz, the glass guy.
Fritz, yep.
And I need accurate sketches or dimensions, or as accurate as possible, of the rock.
Sure. All right, so the four of you leave Highballs and head to various places across town.
I have a question.
Sure.
Is the rock mounted in something like a
it is on a
necklace?
necklace with some pearl onions around it.
Okay, yeah. We need that those specifics as well.
I think it is also well known enough that you could probably just tell Fritz, and Fritz would know.
Excellent.
Yeah. So you head across town. Agent Orange and Inoki head to the lapidary shop, this little jewelry shop, unfortunately close to the constabulary. Looking over your shoulders a little bit as you make your way there, you see some bunny bobbies patrolling, but they're not very good at their job, so you don't really worry about them. And make it to this little jewelry shop. It's small. There are glass cases here and there, and you see this pastry behind the counter. He's got his little jeweler glasses. I don't actually remember what they're called.
Loop.
They're called loops.
He's got his
Jeweler's
loops on,
loop.
and he's working on a small piece in front of him. And he looks up as the two of you come in, and he says, "Oh yeah, welcome. What can I do for you two?"
We need a special piece of jewelry. A facsimile. There's nobody else in the shop?
No. And he slowly looks up and looks around to make sure there is nobody else in the shop. Yeah? You need a facsimile?
Yes. Two, in fact, identical, with all the trimmings. And we need it by, and I'll give them the date of the soiree.
Yeah, that's
And
cutting it a bit close. Tomorrow night? But I can probably do, such a thing for you.
Okay. Then I tell him what we're going after.
Oh, going after that. That is a dangerous game you're playing, my friend.
But it's my game, not yours. You have deniability.
Yeah, I suppose.
In fact, you don't know me, I don't know you. I wouldn't know who to tell him.
As long as that stone doesn't enter my shop.
Oh, no.
No.
Very good.
No.
No.
Now, he takes out he puts away the normal shop notepad and reaches under for his special notepad from under the counter. Yeah, so we need two of these. I suppose we need them with the full
Yes.
onion.
All the trimmings.
Such.
Yeah.
All the trimmings. The full salad. Yes.
Well, that's going to cost a pretty penny. These things are difficult, and you do need them quite fast.
Well, I'm sure we can reach an arrangement.
Yeah, I'm sure we can. It's going to be 10,000 codes.
A mere bag of shells.
Yeah, a mere bag of shells.
So, a little aside, how much did we say we might get from this?
I think it was 30
Can't
million.
remember the number.
30 million.
30 million.
That is how much it publicly sold for.
Right. But it won't go for that much on the black market.
Probably won't go for quite that much.
Yeah, but that's still a chunk of change.
That's still enough to pay.
Okay.
Fees.
It's a great deal of small ones.
I just don't want to be made for a chump here, so I'm going to let me see if I have a roll here I can do. Dirty. and just kind of, I don't know, that seems a little high to me. It's a big investment. Um, I'm hemming and hawing in a slow, methodical way, using sturdy. And maybe we can settle on something a little bit around 7,500. You want me to roll
Oh,
for that?
7,500. Yeah, I think it's going to be hard, which is you need a 5.
Okay.
I will assist.
Okay. Of course you will. And I
help each
fail
other.
horribly.
I'm not
have a-
just a pretty jumpsuit.
Are you standing
I have
there like
layers.
A 4 is my highest roll. Sorry,
a
I
4
fail.
is your highest?
But not spectacularly, not catastrophically, not cataclysmically, not whatever. Armageddonly, categorically, I fucked up.
Yeah, no, I think he looks you up and down. It's not going to be 10,000, it's going to be 1,250.
Yeah.
It's the way that I see it, you don't have any other options. You're coming to me last minute. You need these.
He's got us by the salad.
He has us by the tea bags.
Yeah.
Got you by the
teabag.
roots.
Yeah. None of that there root jokes here. Okay. Yeah. We agree to your generous offer.
Yeah, I will have these by midday tomorrow.
Right.
God.
I would shake on it, but we don't want any
I
contact.
shake,
Rustle
I
your
leave
leaves.
spores everywhere. You really don't want that in your shop.
Yes, thank you. I keep a clean shop. And as he escorts the two of you out, you see him flip the sign and go into the back room and get to work.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
failed roll.
across
Sorry,
town-
guys.
It happens.
Does
mean-
Ed still get a card for trying to help,
Yes.
or only if it succeeds?
Yep, for
Ooh.
trying
wow.
you do.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I like this game.
I'm telling you.
Across town on the other side of the bridge district, Highball and Silky approach Pumpernickel's haberdashery. It's this tall wattle and daub building with the wooden sign hanging out front with a loaf and a hat just swinging. And as you enter, you see racks of clothing along the walls. They all look like they're ready to be fitted. Some very fancy, some little less fancy, but all of it's sort of nice. This place tends to deal with the upper crust most often. And as you enter,
Little bread joke there.
Little bread joke, yeah. You are greeted by one of Pumpernickel's salespeople, Cal. He's like, gentlemen, what brings the two of you into Pumpernickel's today? You can see a little name tag says Cal.
The pursuit of beauty and finery, of course.
Then you've come to the right place. Pumpernickel's offers the finest clothing this side of the bridge district.
Excellent. Excellent.
He gets out his measuring tape.
I shall, of course, be requiring several accessories.
Several, you say? Very excited. My. What sort of style do you like?
Something classical, but also progressive.
Classical.
Something
Impressive.
mysterious, but
Ooh.
also approachable.
Mysteriously approachable.
Something passionate, but also conservative.
Oh, the passion.
Indeed.
I will bring the passion to you. I cannot promise that it will be conservative.
Very
You have come to Pumpernickel's after all.
I shall settle for center right then.
He starts taking your measurements, all of your arms, measuring your very thin waist and your abdomen.
Well, it's such a great place. I'm glad that you recommended this place.
Yeah. I tend to prefer my stuff a little pre-planned, maybe something that's got a lot of proofs to it.
High proof.
Proofs or poofs?
Yes.
Poofs.
Frills?
Poofs.
Yes. Sure. And I also like things a little old-fashioned as well, as I've mentioned a couple times.
Mm.
With a twist.
With a twist. Yeah.
Or straight up, if that's what you prefer.
Oh, it's the straight up jokes. Okay.
Now, what would the two of you be planning on spending on such beautiful clothing that you're going to get?
Well, we're going to a high fashion event, so I think we've probably got to spend a little bit more than what most people do.
You're going to the Fashion Expo.
We are.
Exactly.
This sounds like a matter for Pumpernickel himself. I'll be right back.
Look, I
Goes
suppose
off
we should have
behind
started
some
and let
curtains.
off with that, eh?
Well,
Play him up.
you see, I have a foolproof plan.
Oh.
I shall offer him
Uh,
exposure.
that sounds kinky.
A large loaf comes out of the
He's
back
the
room.
only one smiling at this.
I'm trying not to.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Aha!
What?
The loaf himself.
yes, I suppose my reputation precedes me.
Indeed, indeed. We came here specifically to see you and to
Fantastic.
see your beautiful works and to show them off at this rare opportunity that we have.
I hear you are going to the Fashion Expo.
Indeed.
That is fantastic. I have made outfits for the sovereign of tea himself to go to this expo.
Amazing.
Yes. Now, my assistant tells me that you're looking for something classy, mysterious, traditional. He may have gotten a little away of himself when selling to you, but you're a spider. Is that correct?
Well, if you must put it in such crass terms, I am an 8-legged animal, yes?
An arachnid.
An arachnid, exactly. I don't know why we have to have these labels, but yes, fair enough. I suppose it is important to know my precise bodily measurements. Shall I shed my trench coat now?
You may, and Calzone will take your
Have a
measurements.
smaller trench coat on underneath.
Oh dear.
As Cal, this bready, delicious smelling meat and cheese filled savory pastry man takes your measurements.
I am looking for a garment with a certain jelly sequoia.
Oh
yeah,
God!
and you will
I'm sure
have it.
you. I'm sure you, as a fine and upstanding member of the wheat-filled community, can certainly help me.
He's holding up fabric samples to you and getting the right color, and says, "Now spiders tend to produce the finest silk."
Oh.
I don't know what you've heard, but that is accurate.
Oh, I think our rating is just going adult.
I mean, it already was.
I may be able to give the two of you a discount if you're willing to part with some of it.
Well, I am certain something can be arranged.
And you are Highball, are you not?
I am. I own
My
a nice
friend
little estate.
Badge.
Well, we're acquaintances. I've heard him mention your name.
Yeah. I suppose he sent you to ask for a discount.
You know, he might have mentioned it. He might have mentioned that.
I'll give it to you. And he owes me again.
He does. He does owe you. I'll make sure to let him know.
We shall certainly accept your generous offer on his behalf at his risk.
It is a risk. It gets very serious. Now, I will have your clothes ready tomorrow. A few hours before the gala, I will be there, and I will have Cal finishing things up when you get here. And we just have to talk about payment.
Yes.
Indeed. You had mentioned some interest in some silk.
Yes, we're going to do a partial trade for yours. It's still going to be I make high quality clothing here.
Did you need some to tide you over? And yes, I did mix up where the E and the D were in that word. Tide you over.
Can you produce that fast?
I did eat a great deal of whey this morning.
My. Well, if you're willing to step into the dressing room, I will take some silk.
I shall return, Highball. Please enjoy yourself and your high-proof self while I am away.
All right. While you're away, don't make any poor decisions.
I already have.
Now, Highball,
So-
silk aside, this and Badge's discount aside, this is going to be 2,000 curds for each of you.
All right.
You're getting the whole suit, tuxedo, little twist.
How much to make mine? I sometimes spill a little bit.
You are a sloppy drink. Is that what you're saying?
And I'll
You're
even be
asking-
like a little.
Sorry.
You need me to wax your suit?
Well, if you do something a little bit more waterproof, if you know what I mean.
I
And
have
like, and I'm
dealt
like
with
a little bit
wet
dripping
people
on
before.
pumpernickel there. He's getting a little dipsy.
No, excuse me, I get soggy.
Soggy bread.
Nobody
Oh, I'm
likes
sorry.
a soggy
I'm sorry.
loaf.
They don't. Well, they sometimes it's just you just look so absorbent. I could just give you a big hug.
No, thank you. It will be a bit more to liquid proof your suit. However,
Wouldn't that
I
be a
would be
challenge for
willing.
you, though? A challenge?
it would be no challenge at all. I'm an expert at these things. I've made suits for dolphins. I would be able to give you a discount if you would meet my terms. And a hefty discount. I would still need your friend's silk. And also Badge.
Oh.
No
Please
questions.
Tell me more.
No questions asked. Bring me Badge and the silk. I will give you the suits at the cost of the fabric.
Fair enough. I think that's a doable offer.
He extends a crusty hand to shake.
I reach out and shake his hand.
Pleasure doing business with you.
And you as well. I'll make sure that everybody sees your wares while we're at the party.
And Silky,
Fortunately, I stole a great many curds and whey from a certain young woman on a toadstool, I think it was. Anyway, here's the silk.
On a tuffet, as it were.
Ah, tough it.
On a
Exactly.
tuffet.
Speaking of which, my silk is very tough.
Oh dear.
I don't want
I've
to
heard
know where
these
that silk
things.
comes from.
No, you do not.
Or
Pleasure
how
doing
do
Go,
you
web, go!
expel it?
Pleasure doing business with you too. Stop by tomorrow afternoon. And
Likewise.
the four of you head off from your various places back towards Highballs. As you get back, it is getting dark out. You are, I think Highballs is actually getting a little bit busier. Badge has had to get behind the bar, even though he's usually covering the door. Yeah.
The other bartender is probably the snake.
Yeah.
Gotten any bad news from my little fungal spore that's hanging around with Badge, right?
No bad news. I think
Okay.
you get from your spore that Badge is getting stressed out because it's busy,
Okay.
and he's just a
He's
little
going to be
guy.
more stressed out when he has to go hang out with Loaf Boy.
Yeah, he is.
Pumpernickel, that's his name.
Pumpernickel.
Yeah.
So the four of you get together, discuss what you've done, the plans for the next day, and do you want to tackle the remaining 2 items tonight or wait till the morning?
How
I
much time is there left in the night?
It is evening. You have, let's see, you're going to see tea, and you're going to try and find Mr. Schlangenbrat. Any like normal businesses would probably be closed. Like if you were to head to Schlangenbrat Industries, that place would probably be closed, but places like Highballs will still be open.
I think we have to get Mr. Shalom brought. I think we have to get it arranged, because otherwise we're standing there with a hot rock and everybody looking for
I was
it.
going to say, is there a place that he frequents off hours? We can't meet him in his business.
I think that would require somebody to roll, and I think it would probably be either clever, or you can convince you of any of the other ones.
I am quite clever. I will do that. He is
will help.
my friend after
I was
all.
going to say, I will help.
Friend.
I will help.
How will you help me?
Yes, I would like to know how you would help with this cleverness.
Because it was
Exactly.
my
Well,
idea to begin
I have
with.
Okay, well,
Well, what do you got, Chris?
No, you're both selling this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I
Erik
can
gets to
decline.
choose now.
well,
Yeah.
I have
Although if I do decline,
friends
it
and
gives Mark a
eyes
card.
everywhere.
I shall.
So
I believe I have established a certain camaraderie with Highball. I shall accept his help. I'm not sure I trust Mr. Fun Guy over there. It's too fun. How difficult is this?
To know where Schlangenbrat goes after dark is hard. You have to roll a 5 or higher.
By the way, since I'm helping you, you get 2 dice, not 1. Because
Yeah.
that's my ability.
I see.
nice.
So each of
Okay.
these characters has quirks, things that they're extra good at. Some of them are narrative, like Inoki's many small friends that he can
Eyeballs.
drop. But some of them are they help with rolls and stuff. So Highball is helpful. You get an extra roll when Highball assists, or an extra die. Everybody also has a flaw. Some of you may have a moral compass. Some of you might not be quite the person you say you are, whether you're disgraced or faking it. I think the most interesting is Highball's flaw, but we haven't gotten to use it yet.
All right. I did get 1 5.
You got 1 5. You know where Schlangenbrat goes after dark, and you're not going to like it. So Crichton Schlangenbrat is a bit eccentric. Who's going with you, by the way?
I think it would have to be Highball, wouldn't it?
I think it would have to be Highball.
Okay.
We could take everyone though.
We could.
You could.
No.
Is he
We
upper
have-
crust?
Schlongbrat is upper crust.
Yeah, I should not be there.
Why is that?
Little incident I shouldn't talk about involving Her Majesty's Secret Service. I was.
Well, now I'm even more curious.
I was shaken, not stirred. Don't be curious. People who are curious wind up very dead.
Cats,
Ah.
right?
Curled in a little ball, like a very sad fist.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's how spiders. It's
Right.
fine.
Although
fine.
technically,
I'll take
I
your
am-
word for it.
technically I am a minion, so I'm kind of garbage in their eyes.
Well,
Not even going to be noticed.
Yeah, you're not going to be noticed, whereas Agent Orange and possibly myself might be looked down upon.
That's true.
Well then, Highball and myself then.
No, I think Highball should go
Yeah, I
with
can
you.
still go with.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but
Okay.
he's just minion, right? He's
Yeah.
just hanging out. He's
I'm
your
just there
he's
with
your
you.
man Highball.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
I'll just be there in the
But I thought we had
background.
one more thing to do.
He's
we
my
had one more
body
thing to
man.
do.
Greeny
Smooth,
tea.
Right.
Talk to
Tea.
the
Very
tea.
drinkable.
Ooh, I thought
full-bodied.
Yeah, Silky was going
Okay,
to talk
we're-
to the tea.
I'm
Right.
sure you two can handle it.
That's like something coming from. Yeah, I got this friend of mine who wants to date you. That's just really ugly. That just doesn't work. That's like
I'm sure you'll
I
think
gotta-
of something.
I got a friend. He's so good looking. Really, he's not
Do
a
you need-
dog.
Do you need a suggestion?
He's a spider.
Legs
Here's
for
my
days.
suggestion.
They had legs for days. They got 8 legs.
Yeah, he's got legs up to here and arms out to there.
Many of them. My suggestion, in fact, is that you attack her.
Excuse me?
Don't be caught. Well, or if you are caught, make sure whichever of you is caught cannot speak. But otherwise, just attack her.
Why?
Don't worry about it.
'Cause he has bunny friends. But the thing is, if we attack her, they're gonna be looking for us
Right.
at the
That's-
soiree. I don't really like that idea.
All
Sorry.
right.
What
Then
about
we shall
dropping
go
one of your
with the-
friends and listen in? Eavesdrop.
I could like maybe pose
Spy
as
upon
your
her. Aha!
yeah, I could do that. But we could pose as your agent, your valet, your butler, your go-to man, your man. Well, not man, but fungus
But
sounds really
My
kind of
fun
icky.
guy. Is it-
I am your fun guy.
Excellent. Very well.
And I could, because, real high class dudes don't get their own dates.
Do surveillance. Determine
Yes,
where
I will.
her interests lie and whether she might be interested in lying with an interesting
Right.
spider.
Yes. Yes. Just being seen, with a man about town with 4 hands and 4 feet and,
And a
talk
swift
about cutting
rating
a
of
rug.
5.
You really can dance. Nobody
Oh,
dances
yes.
like a spider.
That's true.
Yes. And you
Especially
keep your
when
4
there's
hands
water
to yourself.
coming down, like a
Right.
waterfall.
Yes.
Inoki, when you go, just make sure you stay out of truffle. All right.
Yes.
Yark,
Yes. Truffles
yark.
are bad.
Yark.
Yark. Yark.
Before we split up
Okay.
again.
So Ed is going with me and Highball's going with Silky.
Okay, same teams.
Same team.
Great. Let's
I need something that makes me look like a butler. Just to throw it on.
A
You know,
tailcoat.
black coat. Yeah, a tailcoat with a waistcoat and high collar.
Where do you find it?
Doesn't have to be fancy. Come on, Highball. This is your joint.
Yeah, Highball.
You
We
don't-
could check the lost and found.
Yeah, the last butler you murdered.
No, the coat check room.
Coat check. There we go.
Great. You steal a convincing outfit that fits
Borrow,
pretty
borrow,
well.
borrow.
Borrow.
Boro. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You borrow an outfit that fits pretty well.
I'll
and
return it with a little bit of spore damage.
and head out to try to find Greeny Tea. Now, I would like the two of you to roll. We had a roll to know where Crichton Schlangenbrat spends his evenings. Let's get a roll to figure out where Greeny Tea might spend her evenings.
Okay, this is the same. I just did a sturdy roll for the other one and failed.
Yeah, here's something
Yeesh.
we completely forgot to talk about. When you do a roll,
Oh yeah.
the opposite skill, sorry, when you do a roll, you fatigue that skill. You shouldn't be able to use that one again until you use the opposite one.
Right.
So if
Got
you
it.
use something good, then you got to use something bad. Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to do another.
So I have a question. Is Greeny
sturdy.
Tea upper crust?
I don't think Greeny is upper crust.
Oh, good. Okay, so I can roll. Let me just pull up the thingy here. So,
So Agent Orange, having formerly worked for the upper crust, might know where people or vegetables or animals who want to be part of the upper crust hang out. People who want to be part of high society. And that's what you would be thinking about right now, thinking about Miss T.
He wants to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
She's a
okay.
fashionista.
Okay, I'm gonna use my root bound quirk.
Wow. Okay. How does that work here?
Well,
What does it
it
look
said-
like?
Would it help?
It would
well,
help.
I get 3d6 to the roll, and what I would actually do is pick all my fronds off the top and dump them.
And dump your fronds.
Yeah.
Okay. How does which characteristic
roll.
does that work with, or would you like to use that with? And how does you dumping your fronds make you know this thing better?
Well, he's obviously tapping into his fronds in high places.
Oh, ow.
Is it that you are revealing your
mm,
true self and are able to get into these places now?
Yeah. Yeah, no longer sinister in the shadows, but the guy that Greeny Tea once knew. Yeah.
Ah.
Great. What does Agent Orange look like under the foliage?
Well, he looks orange. He has orange tiger speed stripes. Because he still has washboard abs, unlike the guy playing him. So he looks sort of fast, debonair.
So is he an orange tree?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
In a flower pot.
Yeah. All right. So you trim up.
Yep.
And now you're ready to make this roll.
You're
Which
gonna go all bonsai on this roll.
Yeah, exactly.
which angle would you like to use for it?
I would say clever.
Okay, I'm gonna make it challenging. It's a 4.
Okay, I'll help him.
Yes.
How do you help?
I'm also clever.
You're just both being
Hmm.
very clever. Okay.
Well, I am, well, I'm kind of a disavowed member of the upper crust. So I know where I lost a lot of money at all these clubs, okay? So I know where the people go to be seen.
Mhm.
People who want to be seen and climb the ladder.
Sure.
The
You got
ladder
some
that I
info
just
to
recently
offer.
descended.
Mhm.
Mm.
Or fell from.
I'm sorry, well, I didn't really fall. I kind of dug my own grave with my gambling habit.
So if you want to take the assistance,
Yes.
you get an extra die, and then using root bound, you get 3 extra dice.
Yeah.
But you have 1 fewer die on the next
Yeah. Yep.
2. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I know I'm mortgaging my future. Okay, I'm accepting the assistance.
That
Means
sounds like a future ad problem.
You get a card.
I do.
Oh, Chris gets a card.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I do. Yep, rolled it.
Okay, and I have a 5 and a 6.
That is a success. You know exactly where to find Greeny Tea.
Okay. Okay.
Is she at her Swiss bank account? Is she at her mistress? Or is she in the presidential palace?
She is going to be at Prime Wellington's Zeppelin. Yeah. So Prime Wellington is a Zeppelin magnate, and he's got this whole Zeppelin complex, and he tends to have a lot of parties, and people who want to be seen go there.
Oh dear. This is not going to go well for
So
me if I show up.
So the two of you head across town to Wellington Zeppelins. You can see this big silver Zeppelin hanging in the sky, lit from below by spotlights that move around and shine on it. And the mooring platform that it is tethered to, you can see that there are a bunch of people gathered up there. The lights are dimmed, and it looks like it's a maybe not a formal soiree, but a lot of fancier people are coming and going from the place. As the two of you head in, you see quite a few people, and more than a few of them upper crust. I think with Agent Orange looking like he did in his prime, he's got a couple eyes on him.
anyone notice me or not?
What do you're wearing a different outfit?
Yes, I'm wearing like butler's coat and tails.
Yeah.
Like I'm not really invisible, but I'm not one of the upper crust. I'm not trying to look like I'm on upper crust.
Yeah, but you are still food stuff, which means you're probably
Yes,
getting some eyes in your direction.
Right.
I think since Mechanical Corners is basically a cartoon world, the fact that you're wearing different clothes is enough to keep some eyes off of you. You wear the same outfit every single day, but people people definitely look in your direction as you walk in.
Yep. Okay.
And looking around the space, you do spot from the flash of cameras, you spot where Miss T is standing. She's got a crowd around her of different foodstuffs asking her questions. You see a pigeon reporter writing things down as she interviews her.
Okay.
And we should split up. I need to be the
Sure.
diversion. I will never get anywhere in this crowd. So
Okay.
you do the thing. You contact her. You talk to her. I will do the diversion. and I begin heading away from this gaggle of reporters and flashing.
Okay. Inoki heads towards the crowd.
And I'll try to work my way through looking like, I don't want to say a menial, but as somebody who has an important message.
And you get to this crowd, and you sort of have to shoulder your way in a little bit. And Miss T is moving, like talking to, having 2 or 3 conversations at the same time, answering questions to the reporter, stopping and smiling as people take photos, and eventually goes from one person to the next person to the first person, and then to you.
Right. Okay. And I do the polite bow, and I am Mr. Morel. I am the representative of one Silky, who will be at the Fashion Bazaar tomorrow and would very much like to make your acquaintance.
And she goes back to the first person and the second person and answers a question at the interview and comes back to you and says, I do not know this Mr. Silky, and I do not know you,
But
Mr. Morel.
well, I am but a messenger for one of the most debonair young arachnids in the city. He will make your appearance 8 times what it normally would be. He will be dressed by the finest in the city and can only make your appearance shine by his silky presence.
And she answers a question for the reporter and smiles for a picture. And I would like a roll to convince her.
I'm going to roll. I already used clever. Did I use clever to help? Yes.
No.
Right. I hope
to
I
help.
thought I
No,
helped.
you don't use it to help
Oh,
another
okay.
person.
So I'm trying to figure out what makes her tick. So can I use clever for that?
Sure.
Just
Yeah, that
trying
works.
to, playing off her ego. So 5 dice. Oh, that's better.
Let's say you need
5
a 4.
and a 4. 5 and a 4.
Cool. That will do it. So that's a clean success. So as she comes back to you, you're getting the idea that she really is enjoying the attention of the reporter most, the reporter, and then the photographer who was with the reporter. So it's probably exposure that she's really interested in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what I was playing for. That he will make her appearance shine by comparison, not by comparison, by just framing her beautifully.
Yeah. With all the legs, just as a frame.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like
Do Vogue, but she doesn't have to do the movements.
So many legs, so many possibilities.
yes, so many angles. Oh,
Inform
wait.
your man that yes.
Baby, if you got the curves, I got the angles.
He can meet me before the gala starts tomorrow night. I will be in the garden.
Excellent. In the garden. I will let my master know. Thank you very much. Do the courtly bow again and back away. Oh, drop a fungus.
Oh.
Meanwhile, across the room, Agent Orange is distracting. Is that right? You're
yes. Yeah.
You're succeeding because as you walk around the room, you are stopped with a hand as you approach a corner, and you see the head of Lettuce Security, who says to you, Mr. Orange, stop there, please.
I stop.
I see that. What are you doing here?
I am following orders.
Whose orders?
You didn't think that I'd stopped working for the service, did you?
The way I heard it, after the last incident,
Hmm.
they had had enough of you.
Yeah, they had enough of me, so they made me unassigned, unattached, and gave me the very, 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 how shall I say it, unlikely to survive missions. And that's why I'm here.
I am typically
Tell you, but I
privy
have
to
to
this.
kill you.
I have not heard anything about this.
Oh, then somebody in your ranks cannot be trusted. Which means the reason for my mission is a success.
You have a potential ally here. I would like a roll to convince him that you are not lying.
Oh, I'm genuine. I'll unpeel the jumpsuit if necessary.
Let's see.
Okay. So what I'm rolling 1d6 or what? Or I'm picking what I'm going to.
You choose what you'd like to what you'd like to roll. Head of lettuce security.
I better be careful then, right?
You probably want to be careful with this lie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, this guy's got a license to peel, so it's going to be 5 difficulty.
Yes.
This is hard.
Ooh,
Yeah.
wow.
Okay. And I am being careful, and I lose 1 die. So, okay, well, out of those, I got 2 6s. So
2 6s.
Yikes.
The head of lettuce security inclines his head suspiciously. Very well, then. I suppose we shouldn't be seen together.
yes,
Too late.
I will make my leave now. My work here is done. You are apprised of the danger.
He looks around for the body.
Guard yourself accordingly.
Cue
Cue dramatic music.
Dun, dun, dun.
And
Dun,
he
dun.
makes his way back to the royal that he is guarding.
And I move away, keeping away from I went the corner that he accosted me in. I keep moving along. I'm not going anywhere near him now.
And with this task successful, the two of you exit, probably separately, and make your way back across town. Meanwhile,
Crisp high
Silky,
five.
yes, you do a little jump high five and make your way back across town. Silky and Highball, Silky leads Highball towards a sort of dark part of town. It's the wrong
The
side
first
of the
thing you should
tracks.
know is that this place is both dark and on the wrong side of the tracks.
Literally. You have to wait for the train to pass and make your way to the wrong side of the tracks.
Walk this way.
If I
Walk
could walk
this
that
way.
way.
Walk or skitter, whatever you prefer.
You pass behind the Mechanical Corners power plant, this mysterious power plant that just appeared one day and now supplies power to a significant portion of town. And past the asylum, Dunwich Asylum, and the water tower behind it, and hear shouts and yells and ravings from inside. And make your way.
Dunwich. Okay.
The spiralizer. The spiralizer.
And make your way to a little alley between buildings and go down it and find a small staircase, which you take down into a little passage with a door that leads into a basement. And on it is an arcane sigil that Highball recognizes.
I look at it closely. Wait a second. I've seen this before.
Oh,
The Culture Club.
Oh. If only Inoki had come with us.
And
This-
as the two of you linger at the door, you hear a shuffle from behind you, and the light from the nearby streetlight is eclipsed by an enormous figure. And they say, "Who goes there?"
I'll step in front of Silky because I'm gonna play the role of bodyguard.
You step in front of Silky and block this large bottle. You can hear the liquid sloshing around inside. And
Oh,
somewhere down the alley, you hear sloshing from a second large bottle.
Is one of these kombucha?
Yeah, these are the Booch Bros.
I unfold my arms out from behind Highball. Greetings, large Cam Bucha. I believe you are looking 40 tonight. I am Silky. And this is my companion, Highball.
I just give him a
Say
nod
hello,
and a wink.
Highball.
I just give him a nod and a wink. We partied together before, right?
The kombucha looks at you. I believe we have.
Hands just wrap around Highball, and they're like making little adjustments to his like coat and stuff.
That party
Freaky.
didn't end well.
A little too much, a little too late. It's not my fault.
Is
Can't
it
blame
not
me.
your fault? I could smell the alcohol on you.
Hey, you and I, we're all fermented. We're kind of like brothers, you and I. I mean, they don't go around blaming you. You were there just as easily as I was. Come on now.
Did you start the fire?
No, we didn't start the fire.
Is it still burning?
No, it was always burning.
You
I
Billy
think I
Joel
need
now,
you to
really.
convince him that you didn't start the fire.
Technically, I didn't. I was just the flammable one.
I would like to assist you by pointing out that no liquor in his or her or their right mind would start a fire, especially a high proof one.
You accept that help.
Yeah, I'll accept that help.
Yeah.
I will accept the help. Although I think I'm being a little bold on this because he was there.
Yeah, and there were riots happening.
But there were riots. All right. I got 2 4s, a 5, and a 3.
Oh, I probably should have given you a difficulty.
That's okay.
2 4s, a 5, and a 3 is going to do it, though.
Okay.
That's good. Okay, so that is a good success. You succeed, and something good happens. You get to tell me.
He'll help us maybe get through some of the security to the boss, or to get.
He is the security to the boss.
Well, any other hiccups that might be along the way. Maybe a personal escort.
He escorts you in. Sure. He snaps over, and his brother, who looks exactly like him, walks into the alley and starts guarding the door. All right. You didn't start the fire. Who did? As he walks you down the passage.
I lean over. I think it was one of the people that was on the inside.
Those fermented people? They're not ones for fire.
Insurance They'd never expect it.
Insurance fraud. It's one of the best frauds.
It is one of the best frauds. Very difficult to investigate. Did I mention I am Silky?
You didn't. Noted. And he shakes one or more of your hands. You go down this passage, and it
Always
is
good to meet a friend of a friend.
I wouldn't call us
Always good
friends.
to meet an acquaintance of an acquaintance.
Sure.
An acquaintance of a friend. Friend of
Sure.
an acquaintance.
Just because we partied together doesn't mean we're the closest.
Rival of a friend. Not close acquaintance of a friend.
Beverages do have to
One-time
stick
roommate
together, though.
of a friend of an acquaintance.
Did I mention you were looking very high shelf today?
Nods at you. You go down this torch-lit passage and enter a big open space with arcane sigils carved in the floor and a large circle, some sort of summoning ritual. There are candles all over the place, and you see what you assume are upper crust foodstuffs in cloaks, and a few minions here and there bringing ritualistic items into the room. And everybody's just talking right now. Nothing's actually started yet, but something's going to go down here tonight. It's like something goes down here almost every night.
Something goes down or something comes up.
Maybe both.
Maybe a little bit of both.
But I'll tell you for certain, everything's going to go sideways. So,
So we gotta find
cheerful
a
place you've got here.
fire.
Indeed.
You two are going to need cloaks, maybe masks. You're probably going to need a mask. Highball. I assume you're highball. That's your type of glass, right?
Well, not really. Technically a rocks glass, but the name stuck.
He grabs some cloaks off a rack and
You have
This looks like-
nominative pretensions.
You know, so many people don't know the right names of things. Putting on the cloak and the mask.
Well, the ritual starts in about 45 minutes. You can feel free to grab some refreshments. Make yourselves at home. Don't
Are the
burn anything
masks
down.
like particular animals or?
You
do they
tell me
look
what
like?
your mask looks like.
Oh, good. I think my spider self puts on a scorpion mask just to make it a little bit
Scorpion mask.
unclear.
Oh.
Oh.
What is Highball's mask?
Highball's mask is like completely boring, plain, like wooden mask. And the
Bud Light
cloak is
mask.
just what's that?
Bud Light mask.
Bud Light mask. Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty flat. Yeah.
And the two of you stand there awkwardly for a minute with the big booch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
It'll be a fun ritual.
What's the ritual this time around?
I think it's summoning some sort of demon.
Is
Like a
sourdough-
party demon?
They usually are. Yeah.
Sourdough gonna be there?
The demon? We don't use names.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Is it a pride demon? I hear those are very popular this month.
You know, it might be.
Hey. Colorful.
Did we tell him specifically who we were looking for?
No.
We are looking for someone very particular very specific we'd like to talk to.
Well, there are a lot of particular people here. Can you be more specific?
Was it Fritz we were looking for?
You're looking for Crichton Schlangenbrot.
Oh, right, Crichton Schlangenbrot. Right.
How could you forget Crichton Schlangenbrot?
Because I
Crichton
didn't write it
Schlangenbrot.
down.
It is a long name.
It is one of my
Christmas.
favorite names in this game.
You're
Christmas
looking
brought
for
to you.
Master Crichton Schlangenbrot. Fact.
You're looking for Crichton Schlangenbrot.
Crichton
Well.
Schlangenbrot.
Let's see. He's around here somewhere. We're looking for a tall bread.
Yeah, big schlong.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, could you cram more like innuendo into a name? I don't think so.
That's kind of the whole point of everything.
Exactly.
It's great.
Well,
He's tall, he's twisty.
Schlangenbrot.
Oh, yeah.
Or
There he
like a
is.
pepperoni.
Has a knob on the end. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
So he points out a tall figure in a cloak. They've got a ceramic white mask on and a dark cloak, and they say, I'm gonna let you two. I'm gonna let you two deal with that guy.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's him. You can go back outside.
If
so
he-
Schlong.
I look at Silky. If he asks about the authenticity of a possibility of success, just remind him I've recently done some successful work, and but only if that comes up.
And I know that it is.
Do
the
you have any
songs with the
specifics about
planes.
that successful work?
So we will be heading out in the planes.
Yeah. Do you have any specifics
So
about
much
that
work.
successful work?
Only that they know based on the large amount of income that I've come into recently, because I really don't want to say the specifics of that recent work, because it might be
Mhm.
because I believe it was from the Culture Club, was it not?
It indeed was.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. This is the group we stole it from.
Well then.
But the
There
world's
was
full
a-
of
on the
thieves, so
excess say-
I could have gotten away
Plausible
from anyone. I
deniability.
happened to be here.
You see, there was a success with a cost when trying to figure out where this guy was hiding,
Mhm,
and that is the cost.
mhm. I'm glad you came along, Highball. All right. Master Schlangenbrot.
You approach Crichton, and he turns towards you, and you see that he is a long, twisty bread. Hello, can I help you? I don't think I know you.
No, and I suppose that it might be better to keep it that way, but we do have a certain opportunity for a hasty bread of your discerning taste.
What sort of opportunity might this be? He waves the people who are hanging out with him away.
Well, I'm sure you know all about this fashion event that's happening.
Yes, it's of no matter to me.
But it is centered around a particular item that might be of interest to you. I heard that you are a collector of such things.
I am a collector of many things.
Mhm. Well,
Can you
this
be
is
more
a
specific? I have not had my eye on this fashion thing.
I wish not to describe too many specifics, but it is a gemstone. Such things have a certain degree of power, yes. And I believe that there are a number of carrots involved. 14
Ferrets?
to be precise. Carrots.
Carrots. The vegetable?
No. Of
No.
the monetary variety.
No.
He turns towards you. Of the monetary variety. Interesting. You have my attention.
I
What
wonder if we should involve
credentials do you
ferrets in the
have?
plan. Well, I am Silky. Scoundrel extraordinaire. And this is my counterpart, Highball.
You haven't stolen anything from me in the past, so I'm going to need proof, references.
You know that new bar down the way that I'm in charge of?
You'll have to be more
Highballs?
specific. A lot of bars are opening
And I
up.
say highballs?
I've heard of it, yes.
Well, that was almost entirely funded off of a separate venture. You wouldn't know much about the adventure, but the entire thing was funded by that. It was quite a bit of money.
That is very non-specific. Do you have any
Well-
credentials, Mr. Silky?
Well, you see, I am the knight. The knight of justice. Justice for those who appreciate the finer things in life.
The only people who deserve justice.
Exactly.
I would like a convincing role from somebody.
Okay. I'm gonna be bold here. This is
Okay.
definitely me being bold,
You
and
want
I'm
some help?
using my night owl quirk because it's night.
It is a
dark,
role and it is in a dark place.
and
Yes,
I'm
you can do
relying
that.
upon my reputation as a spider.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll accept. So
So you get 2 dice for Highball's help, and Highball gets a card. Highball has a lot of cards. So the advantage of playing this in person is you can see how many cards people have.
I mean, I've got this many. What's on them, though? is a
Okay.
different story.
How difficult was this?
This is challenging. You get a 4 or higher.
Okay. Well, on my 5 total dice, I got 1 4, 1 5, and 2 6s.
All right. You succeed and something fantastic happens, or you succeed and you get a card.
Ooh.
I'll succeed and something fantastic happens.
Okay. So I'm liking your sense of justice. Yeah, so I have been looking for a new piece for my collection, and I think a nice rock will do. Do you have any ideas for your fantastic success?
I was hoping that he would provide some magical assistance since he is a dealer in the occult and such things.
Okay. So yeah, you ask if there's any assistance that he might be able to provide of the unorthodox variety. And I do, in fact, have something, something interesting. It's not been tested yet.
Oh,
he
God.
hands, he snaps his fingers for a minion, and a little robot with a fishbowl head runs up and sloshes a little bit here and there. Careful with the water. Go get the thing. The fish inside says, okay, and runs off to get the thing. This is very exciting. One of our recent projects. You get to test it for us and just let me know how it goes.
I'm excited to be a part of this plan. Let's do it.
Do you have an idea for what this could be? Otherwise, I will have an idea, and it might be like slightly mean.
I was going to suggest like a darkness generator or something that would like make someone invisible or something like that.
That's actually very similar to what I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah. So the fishbowl comes back out, cradling this little glass jar, and he's being very careful. And Schlangenbrat says, "Be very careful. Don't drop that." Now this, and he picks it up and he hands it to you. This is condensed darkness. We've been provided this by by this fantastic bat demon that we summoned the other week. They are actually in there, and when they're freed, it will get very dark for a little bit of time. I'm not exactly sure how long. That's why you'll be testing it.
Excellent.
Well, enjoy. I suppose we should talk about a price.
Indeed. So
what are you
need-
thinking? I'll have to do some research between now and when you drop it off to verify what you're thinking, but
we need a certain amount of smallies to get started and set all this up, but it will be minor compared to the actual value of the thing, obviously. So I don't know. I have no head for numbers. Highball.
What was it? A few million? 10 million? Wasn't that
a
how much it
few
was
million
worth?
to start.
Wasn't that how much it was worth? I'm asking.
Oh,
it
no,
was
yes, that is how much it should
open market.
well,
It was 30.
30
I believe it recently sold for 30
Yeah.
million. So
So I'll say
when
yeah,
we're
it recently rolled for about 30 million.
probably need, in order to take care of practicalities, invitations, costuming to fit the role,
Transportation.
100,000.
100,000. All right, Goldie. Goldfish goes, okay, boss, and runs off and comes back with a big sack of curds.
Perfect.
A few thousand.
Perfect.
Well, the ritual's just about to start. I don't suppose you two want to sit around for it. You might die.
What's going to happen in the ritual?
I can't talk about it. I'm not the wizard tonight.
And we've got lots of work to do setting up, I believe.
Very well.
And you two leave this weird little basement.
Yeah.
The four of you meet back up at Highballs. It's late at night now, and go over all of the things that you've got, which is quite a few things.
Wonderful.
So anything else
Okay.
that needs to happen tonight?
Okay, I'm listening to my two little spores I put out there. One on Badger and one on
Greenie?
T. So to find out if there's anything bad, just tell me if we're getting lined up to die horribly.
Yeah, all you get from Badger is that he is incredibly stressed. This is the most stressful night of his life, and if you tell that to Highball, that is normal. Every night is the most stressful night of his life.
Okay.
And what you get from Miss T is a little trickier. After the party dies down at Wellington Zeppelins, you hear her talking to, or you see her talking to another T, big, brawny T.
Earl Grey,
Mr. T.
Mr. T.
Mr. T.
And you gather that Mr. T is her actual boyfriend, and that she is gonna hang out with Silky, but she's not in it for the long run with Silky.
Okay.
For a good
And
time,
Mr.
not for a
T
long time.
Could possibly get in the way.
Pity the fool. Wait, the fool is me.
Exactly. You're the fool. You are the fool.
Terrible idea. All right. That's a future Silky problem. A very, very soon in the future Silky problem.
Yes,
Okay.
that's the problem that you're going to be avoiding because you're going to be leaving with a big fat rock in your pocket.
Wait a minute. No, I got one question. The duds.
Yes.
Doesn't he expect to be paid up front?
Yes.
How much did he ask for those?
So 1,000?
And how many are we producing?
Oh,
No,
you
we
said
have
the duds.
100,000.
Oh, the
I thought you
duds.
meant the duds.
I was thinking duds like the clothing, but yeah, the duds of the jewelry. Yeah.
That was 12. No, 12,500.
Yeah.
12. Yeah.
Is
So
he
that's
just
12,
producing
and then
one, or is it multiple?
no dos.
Dose for 12,500.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we got plenty of cash. So
I shall deduct 12,500 from the stash.
and the clothing.
Yeah.
That's gonna. How much was that?
I think that was
Our
1,000.
bodies mostly.
Oh no, it was. I gotta tell Badger. Badger's got to go and visit with him.
Oh
Otherwise,
yeah,
he
that's gonna
cares
be
about-
good
That's
news.
right. By
Yeah.
the way,
Poor
Badger,
Badger's gonna have a heart attack.
You
So, yeah,
treated
it's-
your employee.
It's gonna
I'm
be
gonna
the
go, yeah, I'm
best
gonna go
night
catch
of your
up with
life.
Badger real quick and be like, "We got one more thing we
He's
need you
just
to do."
sweating. He's just dripping
Oh,
sweat.
I got one
wait a
more
minute,
thing I
wait a
need
minute.
to
So-
do.
Wait, no. just one more thing.
Just one more thing.
oh,
Yeah.
The little
Yeah,
Columbo
boss.
right there, little Columbo.
Yeah, a little combo. Just one more.
Just one more thing.
One more thing.
Yeah.
What is it, boss? I'm kind of in the middle of like 17 things.
Well, you said you'd be able to help out a little bit more on this task.
What task?
You know, the task.
Uh-huh.
So you're gonna need to come with
Drink
us.
he's holding starts to
You're
overflow.
gonna
Oh,
need to come with
jeez.
us to get outfits. Yes.
I need
Yes.
why?
Because he asked for you.
Did he ask for me to come to get outfits, or did he ask for me?
He wants you to come with us
to get outfits.
to get outfits.
I don't like
Because
this
that's what we're going
very much.
to get
Highball.
outfits.
I'm sorry, Mr. Highball. I don't like this very much.
Why not? He's your friend, isn't he? You recommended him.
Friend is not a term I would use.
Not close acquaintance.
You
Person that I
recommended
trade
him.
favors with.
You recommended him, didn't you not?
I didn't want to.
He
Well-
seemed very hardy.
Listen, what's the worst that can happen? He
A little
knows you work
twisted
for
though,
me.
wasn't he?
He knows you work for me.
Sure.
I pat him on the shoulder. Don't worry. Everything will be just fine.
Your hand comes back very moist.
What's the
Okay.
worst that could happen? You're not gluten intolerant, are you?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, if you don't see him, you're obviously gluten intolerant.
Maybe that's why you're so small.
Fine. Fine.
Don't worry, pat him on the face. You'll be just fine. Just keep thinking about that
Ew.
10%.
10%.
Rippy.
Turns and starts pouring more drinks.
Do you
and-
happen to have a jar of lingonberry jam?
Mm.
Who, me?
I'm just suggesting it just in case.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh,
Just messing with him.
oh well, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, and make sure to clean table 10.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and did you bring us those floor plans?
What? Oh, they're in the office.
Okay.
It's very stressful getting them.
Well, you did a good job.
Yeah. Are they random floor plans or are they floor plans of the place we need?
You're correct.
Set of floor plans.
Hey, this is a bakery.
You didn't specify.
Uh-huh.
Before we head up to the office, you find the floor plans. There is a recently added addition to the Royal Dairy Museum, where you know that this event is happening. You trade all the information that you've got. You begin to formulate a plan for the event, knowing everything that you have succeeded and slightly less than succeeded, but mostly succeeded in the past few hours.
All right. Excellent.
Okay. So I think that is the end of our second scene, and if you have a quirk that has once per scene, that refreshes. And I would like to give everybody a maze card for good roleplay.
Awesome.
Ooh. Cool.
And I think we should take a short break. Yes, everybody
Okay.
need a little refresher. Need a moment to refill and restroom. Guys that were
Okay.
watching the stream, thank you for being here and hanging out. Stick around. We're going to get to the final scene of this amazing story with our awesome guests. We will be back in just a little bit, so stick around and we'll see you in a moment. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mechanical Corners Tabletop, a role-playing night with our very established list of guests that have come to join us tonight. It's been so much fun. We've had lots of laughs. We've been just freaking nailing it, I think, all night, and it's been great. So thank you all for being here. I do want to give a quick rundown of who we have with us. Our GM is Mark. Mark is the designer of the role-playing game, and he works for Fight in a Box, and they are currently doing a Kickstarter for Conquest Princess.
Sort
it's not
of.
a Kickstarter. It's GameFound.
It's on GameFound. Yep.
I keep saying it's GameFound. They're doing GameFound for Conquest Princess. So make sure and go and check out Fight in the Box's website. You can see the links are popping up in our chat over here. If you're watching this on replay on like a YouTube or something, then we mentioned it at the beginning, and you can just rewind it whenever you want, because it's that's the way rewinding and watching it a second time around works.
Is calling things a Kickstarter kind of like calling things Kleenex or Frisbee?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it is. I think it is at this point,
Yeah.
but yeah.
All right.
That's what
or
I said.
Google.
It's like it's a crowdfunding place, but I always say
all right.
I'm so used to saying Kickstarter because that's like almost like a term. It's like down south of the U.S. It's like all the sodas are a Coke. Give me one of those Mountain Dew Cokes,
Yeah.
sort of situation. So, but yeah, go and check out GameFound. Go and check that out. You can also go to fightinthebox.com to check out Mechanical Corners role-playing game and get it for yourself. We talked earlier, right above me on the screen, you can see Ed Greenwood is right there. Ed Greenwood is an amazing person. He's got all kinds of stuff going on. The Ath system, the new Patreon. Check out the new Patreon, all kinds of YouTube stuff, Discord, all of that. What was the other one you mentioned, Ed? The new game, the new company you were working with.
Oh, Onyx Path doing
Onyx
the world
Path.
the World
Ooh.
Below game. Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. And of course, right next to Ed on the other side there, Erik Scott DeBee, amazing author, writer, just got done with his Kickstarter for all of his books, Justice Vengeance. I've got a pile of them, and we're going to have a special show at, we usually do a big like anniversary show, and we'll do that, and we'll probably give away some of those books. So
Awesome. I'm about to send out a Kickstarter exclusive story that was unlocked during the Kickstarter, which is called Justice in Seattle. And it is set against the background of the WTO riots of 1999, how they unfolded in my superhero universe.
okay.
So
Oh.
it's every chapter is named after a different Nirvana song. It's pretty great. I enjoyed it a
I
lot.
can't wait. I'll have to get
It's
an
a
extra one
trick.
just for myself.
It's a trick. Justice in Seattle. There is no such thing.
There is in my world.
Ah. Okay.
Oh.
This is a
Ah.
fantasy world, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
That's right.
Right below Erik is our good friend and author, Chris Jackson. He's been on here multiple times. He was part of our last anniversary special show where we gave away an autographed book of The Last, one of his latest books. He's got all kinds of book series, the Fivefold Universe books, and The Last. We got coming up the first. So also there's the link. There's all the website links right there on our chat stream, edgreenwood.net, ericscottdeb.com, and jacksbooks.com. Go and check them all out. All amazing people, and of course, Fight in the Box games. Let's pick up where we left off, Mark.
Okay, so we are going into our third and final scene of the game. The heist is just around the corner. What I would like to happen here is for the four of you to come up with a plan. And then the further off the plan you go, the harder the rolls will become. Sound
Ooh.
good?
Yep.
Okay.
Dang. This is
Okay.
like American sports teams practice beforehand.
I
Uh,
know.
All right,
Weird.
let's go over this one more
Yeah.
time, guys.
So the sun rises over Mechanical Corners, and plans have been brewing in the minds of our four thieves. The birds are chirping as they walk down the streets. The early ones got the worms. We don't talk about cannibalism in Mechanical Corners as much as we should, but that's happening. And the four of you meet up
It
to
got real
discuss
dark.
the plan.
Yeah, that got real dark real fast.
All right.
This
yes,
is Fight in a Box, and cannibalism is in all the games.
we appreciate you,
Hey,
Mark.
I'm-
We do.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
fungus. I eat everybody.
That's true.
In the end,
I'm
All
an,
right.
Hey,
I'm
I
a,
thought
an
we
equal
weren't going to
opportunity.
do.
Oh, well, you know, a little.
I thought we
None
weren't
of you
gonna
chose the
do-
character Hambo,
Yeah.
our Rambo hamster, but had you, they had the quirk, what is it, gluten glutton, where they can eat somebody that is within their diet and the right size.
Oh boy.
All
right.
right.
Get rid of
I
that
didn't
guard.
choose him.
Ed almost picked him. Ed almost picked him.
All right. So the plan. The plan.
The
First of
plan.
all,
There's a
I
plan?
apparently need to rendezvous with Model T, Green
Beforehand.
Tea, before the party kicks off,
Right.
or in the early stages of the party event, gathering,
Yes.
debut, gala,
Soiree.
whatever it is,
Soiree.
fashion festival. So that's part of the plan. I shall
Right.
attempt to ensnare her in our schemes, either as an accomplice or as a accomplice. I shall
You mean you're gonna
avoid.
tell her? You're gonna tell her?
Oh no, of course not.
Wow.
Oh, unwitting. You mean like a dupe? Okay.
Exactly. And as I understand it, there is a. Did you mention the Mr. T angle to me?
Yeah.
As I understand it, there might be a certain individual who seeks to complicate that plan. I am interested in a challenge.
Do you want me there to maybe rough him up if he gets into a problem?
Does that excite you?
I mean,
Oh.
Are you interested in a fight?
I never turned down a good fight.
Well, who am I to stand in the way of your bliss?
I mean, if I put some strong stuff in, I get some strong stuff going, if you know what I'm saying there.
I do not know what you're saying. All right. And then let's see. So the first plan is to replace the jewel with a fake. Now, we
Yes.
have two fakes. Yes?
Right. You're going to carry one with
I'm
you.
going to carry one.
Right. So that if you have the opportunity, you switch. But prior to your even meeting T, what I would like to do is I have that little spy on her. And so she will probably eventually mention where she has to go to get the gemstone, to put it on. Right? Because conversations, right? So we will know where that is, and we will go there prior to, and hopefully be able to get in, make the switch, and get out without anybody knowing.
Question.
We, me, whoever. Yes.
Question. What if somebody else is trying for the rock?
Then we're
besides
screwed.
us? Yeah.
Oh,
but
I don't think we're screwed exactly. We just have to indulge in highball's bliss a little bit more.
Okay, that's the thing. I just want to know what we're going to try and do so we aren't out loud planning it in public in the event of. Just saying. We should think about that.
If we are unable to replace the jewel
Yes.
before,
Yes.
then it shall fall to me to take the jewel from Greeny Tea,
So
or have
so,
her give me the jewel.
we're thinking of it the wrong way. Eric, Silky, you make the switch regardless.
Aha. If I have the opportunity, yes.
That way, it's not relying on communication. So if we are able to make the switch, great. If we can't, you make it anyway. See what I mean? So if we make the switch, you make the exchange with paste, or a fake for a
you're
fake.
swapping a dud for another dud.
How
Correct.
convincing are these fakes, do we think?
Well, I'm hoping they're going to be pretty damn good. Otherwise, we're really
We don't have
in a
them
leaky
yet?
kayak.
I don't think you have them yet,
We haven't picked them up
but
yet.
you know that Fritz is pretty good.
Okay.
This is the
So,
biggest.
in the encounter in the garden, Highball, you're going to need to allow him to punch me. I trust this will not be a difficult task for you.
Can you explain why, in case things don't work
Go
out?
sideways.
Do you just need to fall into the person, or?
The fine art of pickpocketing is at its best when there's a certain degree of confusion
and
passion.
Legs.
And 8 legs.
And 8
Oh
legs.
yes, a passionate beatdown is an excellent time to palm a valuable object.
I will let you all know.
If he hits you, or if he falls into you, or if I fall into you, or if she falls into you.
Any of these things could work.
Oh,
Whoever has the gemstone
she's
should
just
be near
not that
to me.
into you. Okay.
Just
So you know what actually might work better is if Highball's going to be with you, if Highball has the fake, and you create a scuffle, and he pulls her aside, like, oh, I'll protect the young lady, and he makes the switch. But
maybe we should
I
both
can't
have a
see
fake.
that.
Just
we
in
need
case.
3.
Then we'd need.
Oh,
3.
not necessarily. We just need to hand off one of the fakes to one of you two.
No, because we're doing our thing first.
Ah. Well, then you need to hand off one of your fakes to us.
See, that creates the whole communication problem, because we're going to be doing our thing and you're going to be doing your thing. It's not going to be easy to walk across the whole ballroom for the people and say, hey, I got it.
Very well. Highball, how adept are you at leisure domain?
I mean, I don't have as many fingers as you might have, but I
have 24 fingers.
Eyeball starts counting.
Yeah, he's like, I got big knuckles, man. I got big knuckles. I am not that kind of a person.
I shall keep the fake upon my own person then.
I think
and we shall improvise.
Improvise.
That's
the rolls are going to get difficult fast.
Yeah. As soon as the first thief gets their hands on the real jewels, not any of those fakes that you're talking about, then it is the end game, and we look at our cards. As soon as the first thief touches the real jewels, we find out who wins.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
Curiouser and curiouser.
And get to it.
Is that the plan then?
So, you two vegetation gentlemen, remind me of what your plan will be.
We are, I think, at least our job is to find out where the gem is being kept prior to T putting it on. Get in there, get it, make the switch, and get out.
Looking at the plans for the building, you can see that the most secure places are actually beneath the museum, the places where the conservators do their work. That is probably where they're holding the jewel.
Yeah, but I have a spy fungus on her.
Yeah.
Ooh, that came out wrong. And
So she has
Or
a
it didn't.
fungal infection that you gave her.
Okay, wait. I
it's
gotta
a
ask.
it's a yeasty thing, you know. It's not my fault.
I gotta ask. This bottle of darkness, who's carrying it, and when do you intend to use it? Should we be using it during the switcheroo, or what? Or is it a getaway device?
I was intending it to be a getaway device, but during the switcheroo might be a reasonable time.
Well,
to use it.
okay. The reason I ask this is, what if we are trying to get down under to the secure area and we discover walls of guards waiting for us? Then having darkness at that point might be used. Just saying.
You know what? Here you are.
Aha.
I also have a special ability that I can sneeze spicy powder that will cause at least a short distraction
Pepper spray.
in a small area.
Yep. So that is your signature item, which you can use once per scene.
Mm,
You get 2 extra dice when you use it.
Yes.
Of
Don't
course,
make me sneeze
there's no
inadvertently
reason we
because
both
that could
we
be
can't
bad.
all be together for all of this, right? Because the full
Actually, no.
because
No, there isn't, because the first thing is happening first and the second thing is happening, and we can Orange and I can like walk the periphery of the room for support during the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent point.
Mm-hmm.
so we can all go together.
Okay, so
Where
the
we
Because
go.
4 heads are better than 2. Unless you're talking a head of lettuce,
Can see the reflection.
which then, you know, it's all layers.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure the
but-
lettuce means us harm.
But that's
Unless your friend, Agent Orange, might assist us in some way.
That's gonna be really tricky.
Hmm.
Her
Oh, no, it's
Majesty's
not in there
Secret
anymore,
Service,
damn it.
And you know, you just mentioned lettuce and British Prime Ministers
It's
and
in
heads
there,
of lettuce.
yes! Wow, I'm such a nerd. I'm
Okay.
sorry, guys.
Right.
Don't mind me
I
trying to
wouldn't
get
count
my
on
own
that.
reflection
It
in
might
the watch
happen,
so I can take a
but
picture
I
of
wouldn't
myself.
count.
All right.
So part 1 is to get to the stone under the museum, and part 2 is the rendezvous with Greenie. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And welcome in Raiders, by the way. We have some Raiders coming in. If you heard some
Alright.
voices in the background, it was playing their clip in the background. I thought I had it muted. I thought I had all things
Huzzah.
muted in the background. So for people that are watching this or the replay, well, welcome on in, Raiders, and thank you so much.
The 4 of you head off into town and gather your stuff. You bring Badger to Pumpernickel's haberdashery and get your clothes and leave them there. He's not happy about it. And you go back
Don't worry,
across
Badger.
town.
I'm sure it will be fine. Bye.
I don't want to do this. And go back across town and get your fake jewels that look pretty convincing. While all that is happening, Inoki has an eye out, or however many eyes one of his mushrooms has.
Inoki's growing on me.
And
Quite likely.
you overhear a conversation between Mr. T and Greenie.
Oh, yeah?
That piques your interest, because it seems that they have a little plan of their own.
Aha.
Ah,
Aha.
You hear Mr. T say, "All right, you know when to switch it." And Greenie says, I know when to switch it. Don't worry about it. I've got it covered." "Okay, I'm trusting you." "You had better trust me. We've been through more difficult scrapes than this."
hmm.
And I
You've
relate
got-
this immediately to all of my compatriots and say, oh my goodness.
So
You
we
know,
need to. Well,
Yeah.
ahead.
No. We need to be there right now. Like
Hmm.
fast before.
We
So
need
she-
to know
she
when
can't-
she switches it.
She can't make the switch until she gets it. So we have to get it and make the switch before she gets it.
Yes. Yes.
And then we need to somehow make her take the fall.
No problem. She is already blundering into my web.
Web. Oh, I saw that coming.
I do not mean that in a sexual way.
Somebody in chat just
Well,
said.
you know,
Somebody in chat just said spy versus spider instead of spy versus
spider, right? So
You don your costumes, grab
was
your
gonna-
jewels.
I was gonna say, since it's green
grab my
tea,
jewels.
but
Okay, got him.
this could have gone a different way and become Shy versus Spider. But anyway,
Okay.
And head across town to the
excellent.
Royal Dairy Museum. You
Dun dun.
uh
Do we know?
you-
Do we know
yes.
from my spy where the rock is being kept?
Not yet.
Oh.
So you get to the Royal Dairy Museum, you see large crowds of people. They've got the velvet rope, they've got carriages coming up pulled by minions and celebrities coming out of them and making their way down the red carpet. There are spotlights shining up into the night skies. You can see one of those zeppelins looming high above.
That'd be good.
Uh-oh. A zeppelin looming high above.
The garden off to the left, right next to the clock tower, is lit by small round lights and on strings, and there appears to be a nice gathering happening over there where they are serving drinks and people are hanging out before the main event. On the other side of the Royal Dairy Museum, you can see the Bacon Ham Palace, the Royal Gardens, the whole royal complex is over there. And where are you going first? What's the plan?
Depends on the information that I could or could not get from my spy on T as to where the location of the jewel is.
Maybe we should start
So,
looking. Sneak down below and start looking until we hear.
T is down below right now. They are in a dressing room with a few other models. A few of the fashion designers are down there as well. You definitely see Edith Bread and Vera Fang. Snake.
We have to get down there.
We have to meet Vera
Right.
Fang. I mean, yes, we have to get down there.
Okay, so we'll work our way down there.
I would like a roll to sneak in. Because as you round the corner into the more workery areas of the museum, there are some hired guards there. Some big.
And how are they all spread out? Or is there a door they're around? Or
They're by the door.
Okay. So I am going to use my mastermind quirk. And I'm going to pull out one prepared item or device. And
Okay.
it's going to be a large smoke bomb.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw it to hit the wall just above the door and smoke.
How are you going to throw it? Boldly, carefully? What angle would you like to use?
Carefully, because I don't want to just like walk up and fling straight. I want to throw it high into the sky in an arc that will come down from the clouds as opposed to, and because it's a better roll anyway.
This is going to be an average roll. It's only 3 difficulty, and you have to get a 3 or higher. And
Okay.
I don't think anybody can help with this one.
Okay, well, I'm gonna count on the wall not moving.
And you got your 2 extra dice, right?
I have
For
to roll
mastermind?
them now. I have to
Okay.
roll them now. Okay, and what did I need?
1, 3.
Oh, okay. I got a 3, and I got a 6, and I got a 4.
That is a good success. You succeed and something good comes out of it. So you lob your smoke bomb that you had prepared up at the high walls of the Royal Dairy Museum, and it goes off as expected.
Excellent.
What good thing do you want to happen here?
The good thing that I would like to happen is that we all know because they knew I was throwing it, that we all know exactly where the door is, so we can go straight to it, despite everything being obscured.
Yeah, so this is a good distraction, and you hear the guards say something about the smoke. Is there a fire? What's going on?
And we all run towards the door, and I yell, "Fire! Fire! Get everybody out! Fire! Oh my goodness! Fire!"
Okay, that
It's going
wasn't
to throw a
the
monkey
plan.
wrench into the works.
And you all get inside.
Okay, now back to you guys.
We're finding something out about Ancient Orange here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
At least
Well,
it wasn't a theater.
it's like all those movies. You blow stuff up. I couldn't help myself. It had to be done.
As you get into the underground area of the museum, Inoki sees through his fungi eyes that
Fun guys.
Fun
through your
guys.
fungi,
All my little fun guys hanging around everywhere.
Greenie is trying on the showstopper with the necklace.
Oh, she's got it already.
It's on.
Oh, crap.
You can see that she's in front of a mirror. The designer is there keeping a close eye on her. There are also 2 guards holding the box that the necklace came out of.
Well, I guess plan A is up the creek with a leaky kayak. So
Now, question:
plan B?
Has she already switched it?
Right. Well, she hasn't tried it on. She's putting it on now. She should. So she,
No,
Did-
he said it. He
okay.
said it's already on.
Yeah, it is on now.
okay.
And as you continue watching and
Can I-
making your way through these underground halls, you you see these 2 muscle bound. You know what? They are muscles. You see these 2 muscles take it back off and put it back in the box, and you see the designer nod, satisfied
was
with
just
how
a-
everything looks.
So they were just trying it on.
Yeah.
So, using my spy, can I see if T is right there? Correct.
Yeah, Greenie.
Any
yeah.
sleight of hand? Did note any sleight of hand or anything like that? Is he tucking something into his waistcoat or his big heavy jacket since he's a big beefy guy?
Oh, Mr. T is
Well,
not there.
Oh, he's
Just
not.
Greenie. Yeah.
Okay,
Just green.
just Greenie.
Does
So
Greenie
swap.
have the necklace now?
The necklace was taken
No.
off by one of
I
the
know,
muscles.
but does Greenie also still have the necklace?
Like did she
You
already
do not
swap
see a
it?
necklace.
Okay.
You see a necklace going back into a box, getting secured with a key and being handcuffed to a muscle.
Okay, so but
Somehow,
I did not
because they're
see any
muscles.
sleight of hand that she might have made a switch.
I'm going to say that since this is just a little part of you, it doesn't have all the same.
Right, perceptions.
Yeah.
Okay.
There may have been sleight of hand, but you could not tell without all of your eyes there.
Okay, so plan C. We need to do 2 switches.
Continue with the plan. We steal all of them.
In the box.
Are we by each other? Or are we spread out?
No, we're all
Oh.
together.
Yeah, we came through the door together.
I go. Can you put an eye stock on the guy with the box?
No, we're not right next to them.
Or can you move
have
your
to
eye
be-
from one to the other?
No, all it says is I plant it and it stays with somebody.
Okay.
Aren't you headed down there anyway?
We're headed toward her, sure.
Yeah, so you can do it
But
when you.
I could drop another one.
Yeah, bump into
Sure.
them.
Okay, so is one of the muscles that we see the one holding the box?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get down
I am
this
going
hall.
to be
Yeah.
bold and stumble in and said, God, there's smoke back there. There's a fire of some kind. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to blunder into him, looking backwards, walking forwards, maybe getting a jostle from somebody, and blunder into him and put a eyeball on him.
I think before you do that, you get to the door of the dressing room and somebody stops you from going in because it's a dressing room.
Oh, I thought they were on the outside.
Nope, they're
Okay.
in a dressing room on the in the basement here.
Oh, okay. So I can't get at him yet. Okay.
Not quite yet.
Okay. So how does everybody respond to my confluence of bullshit of the fire and the smoke and oh my God, there's something back there. Blah 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 blah.
It's not.
We should
bullshit. There
evacuate.
is indeed smoke.
No, there's not. It's not actually
Field.
bullshit. It's just
It's
smoke
true
and
shit.
mirrors. Ha ha ha.
We should evacuate until all clear is given.
You
Yes, we
run into
probably
this,
should. There could be a fire.
this big rainbow trout who is guarding the door. They've got a sort of a diver helmet on so that they can breathe the water inside it. And they say, the alarm's not going off. I don't think there's a real fire. Who are you four people? You're not supposed to be down here.
We came down here to tell you that there was a freaking fire. What do you think?
I don't know why the alarm hasn't gone off. How does one get the alarm to go off? Clearly, people need to be evacuated.
Smoke on the inside of the building. The alarm goes off.
Oh, it was outside.
There are very sensitive things around here. There's artwork in this place. We don't want fires.
I know, beautiful artwork. Do you work here?
Yes.
That is an excellent skin that you have. It's very beautiful. The rainbow color. Am I right?
Thank you.
Very aesthetically pleasing.
I appreciate that.
Well, I mean, if there's not a fire, I might as well
shined my scales this morning.
I might as well enjoy the aesthetics. This is a museum, after all.
What would you like to roll to flirt with this
Rainbow trout? This is just a very practical thing that I'm doing, so I'm going to roll practical. I'm not very good at practical, but I'm still going to do it.
Okay.
So, will there be a pot of gold at the bottom of this rainbow?
Depends on how you roll.
Or am I swimming upstream? Here we go. How difficult is this going to be?
Unicorn spewing rainbows.
Oh,
This is going to be
laden with innuendo.
challenging,
Oh,
as it is this person's job. You have to get a 4 or higher.
I rolled 2 4s.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Not many people notice the scales.
Well, they are doing you a disservice then. I can tell that you take care of yourself.
I do. And while Silky is having this conversation with the trout,
I'm distracted.
somebody can wind in.
Ben.
Sneak in.
Yeah. Anybody who would like to go in?
Well, I have to get in because, well, it depends though, because if the muscle carrying the box is leaving, because I can't imagine they're going to store it in her dressing room.
The muscle with the box is holding onto the box. I think the muscle is going to have it all night.
Oh, okay. But right now he's in her dressing room.
Mhm.
Okay, since she has seen me before,
Mhm.
I think I'd like to try to get in and tell her there's been a disturbance, but there's nothing to worry about. Da 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 da. Mr. Silky is just outside. He longs to meet you. Blah blah blah. Da 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 da. And I'm going to use clever to get that.
Okay. Yeah, you passed the designer, Edith Bread, on the way out. She's going the opposite direction as you. And the muscles were just about to leave when you got in. And you are rolling, what did you say, clever?
Clever.
I'm gonna go with challenging as well. You need a 4 or higher.
And I get 2 4s and a 6.
2 4s. 2 4s and a 6.
Correct.
Success, and something good happens. So you plant your spore, and you get a little bonus. Any ideas?
Yeah, well, I think she's very receptive to me being there and reassuring her that everything's okay, and her contact, well, her opportunity to show herself off in front of everybody is just outside, and everything is progressing absolutely swimmingly.
Swimmingly, yes.
Yeah, swimmingly.
Especially for
Swimmingly.
Silky.
Yeah.
Very good. I'll be out in the gardens momentarily. I just need to freshen up a bit, and I will meet your master out there.
Okay. So she's still got my spy on her, and now the muscle
The
with the
muscles.
box has got my spy on.
Yep.
Okay,
and
so I'm
you
watching.
spy them
I'm
walking.
watching 3 people. No, 4 maybe. No, 3. Only 3. I feel like a multiple. I am a multiple personality
Yeah.
because I'm
Yeah.
constantly talking to myself.
Yeah.
Right.
And you badge works for Pumpernickel now.
Right.
You know that.
Lovely. Okay. Was it willingly, or is he being pressured? Because I can tell.
Is there some blackmail stuff happening?
Oh, okay. Because I could maybe, get some payback from Highball for this, to tell him what's going on. Your boy is not having a good night. How much? What's it worth to you? 2% of your take?
I mean, he's not really my boy. I just hired him.
Yeah, but he's not. Your contractual obligations with him are going south. So.
Oh, the
Do you
only
care or not?
contractual
It's up to you.
obligation is that we give him the 10%. Negotiable, of course.
Well. All right then.
How about this? How about we just split his 10% 4 ways
Ooh,
and let him
that
go
would
his
be
own
evil. I am all over that like fungus on a. Never mind.
Oh, dear.
You see the muscle heading away with the box. There, the 2 of them making their way deeper into the archives below the museum. You see Greenie heading. Well, as you head back to where Silky is, I think you see Greenie leave and lock the dressing room behind her and walk down the hall in the opposite direction, towards some stairs going up.
God, I really want to be in that dressing room right now.
What's Agent Orange up to?
The moment, Agent Orange isn't up to anything. He's been standing very still, looking like a potted plant.
Potted orange
And-
tree.
Yeah, well, Agent Orange is wondering if he should shuck the jumpsuit so he just looks like a tree.
No modesty.
No,
Red camel.
no. I work for Her Majesty's Secret Service. All the modesty went away years ago. About the time of Pussy Galore, I think.
Was a cat.
Was a cat.
Yeah, yes.
It all went wrong.
Okay. The smoke is back behind us. The muscles
Yeah,
have gone off of
outside.
the box.
Mhm.
The dressing room has been locked, and the lady who locked it is heading upwards.
Yep. Inoki's heading back to your position, and Silky is deep in conversation, distracting a rainbow trout.
So I have to follow the muscles, and I have to follow the muscles as if I have every right to follow the muscles. Just dun da 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 da.
Okay.
I'm not
Highball?
following them. I'm not following them closely. I'm just taking the same route
Okay.
because I have to see where they go.
Yeah. You follow them along and end up finding your way to a break room. It's got lockers with various stickers with art puns, and they sit at a table, and you see they've got some coffees in front of them. They set the case down on the table and are just sort of bored, waiting for the next thing that they have to do.
And I walk right past the doorway and keep going. I don't look at them or anything. I just walk past.
Inoki sees Agent Orange walk past. And what is Highball up to?
Eyeball's keeping an eye out for Mr. T to find out whereabouts he's at, because he's in on the other heist, and I feel like he's the one kind of pulling the strings on that end of the heist. At least that's what it sounded like from Minoki's description of that conversation.
As the group of you is in these hallways down here, I think Mr. T walks by. It's a big matcha. He's a big macho matcha. And
Yeah.
yeah, he
Matcha
turns the
tea.
corner past Silky and the trout and walks towards the place where you know that Greenie's dressing room is.
Okay.
I'll follow him.
He just keeps walking. And he
Pass.
past the dressing room.
Okay.
And makes his way up to the stairs that go up into the garden.
Okay.
Can't tell you what to do.
I'll just nod at Silky a little bit so that Silky knows that I'm going, because if push comes to shove, I might have to insinuate that T goes after Silky just to get that little interaction to happen. Although she doesn't have the item though, correct?
Not yet.
Not as far as you know.
Okay.
Yeah. It could
Maybe she
be
does.
on
We don't
her.
know.
It could be hidden in the dressing room. I don't think she had the opportunity to switch it to T, did she?
No.
Unless she
We've
drops.
not seen the
did
two of
not.
them together yet.
Right.
And as Highball goes to the garden, goes to follow to the garden, Silky, there's nobody left to be distracted. Be distracting for. Yeah.
I'm there with him.
Oh, you're still there?
Yeah,
Okay.
Noki's still
Yeah.
there.
I'm hanging out because I'm his boy.
Okay. Okay. Highball goes up to the garden. Inoki sees Mr. T walking towards Greenie through one of his remote eyes, and you see a clandestine trading of a little case between the two of them.
Okay. So she gives him a case.
He gives her a case.
He gives her a case. How the hell did that happen?
It may be a
The
fake.
Fake.
A dupe.
Right. Yes. That's the only thing that makes sense because he was not in the dressing room. Yep. That's got to be it. So the real one is in the locker in the break room with the muscles.
We hope.
We hope.
Right. And now's our chance. Now's our chance to make the change, make the shift, go in there, drop a bomb, make the shift, and get out. And they have, quote, quote, done their job protecting the gem, right? Because they don't know it's been switched. And then she steals a fake. You got me? Guys, are you with me? Are you with
Yeah,
me?
no.
No, I'm
that's-
upstairs.
no,
I'm,
right.
I'm in the greenery. I mean, you're with me, but I'm not with you.
No, I'm just discussing it in general.
Yes.
Well, Actually, the only person I could be talking to is Silky right now. But I'm unloading in his ear, just whispering in his ear, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. This is our time. Our time is now.
I think you're right.
The lights dim and come back up a couple times to announce that the thing is starting.
Okay.
Inoki's eyeball on Greenie shows her a little confused and disappointed that Silky wasn't out here. She was looking, and she heads back in the direction of downstairs here. Do you pull away from the trout and make your way towards those mussels?
That's to you, Silky.
No.
Okay. Cool. The halls begin to be more crowded as models come in from downstairs and begin to make their ways to the various rooms where they will be changing into the outfits that they'll be wearing. You see a few other fashion designers coming down here. A swarm of bees goes by, and you know that's bees Saint Laurent. You hear the bleating of a goat somewhere that you know is Jean-Paul Gaultier. And what are you going to do? The mussels are still in that space.
I'm going to go after Greenie.
Okay.
She clearly has a plan to get the necklace from the mussels. And I'm going to get it from her.
Okay.
Which was basically my plan the whole time. It's just we're not doing it in the garden.
Not in the garden.
Right. Yeah. Multiple apologies. Grovel.
No worries. We're mostly on plan. As I see it.
Okay. I'm thinking we could take it from the locker room, from the break room. But if that's the way we want to play it, that's the way we'll play it.
Well, if you can get it from the break room, great.
The thing is, what I really need is that big ass demon powered smoke bomb, but Orange has got that and he's following.
No, I
Orange
can
used
produce it. I can produce it once.
He used a smoke bomb.
Oh,
but remember the concentrated darkness that I gave you?
From the bat demon.
So you still have that though.
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well,
that's
go
what
get
I was
that from
talking
him.
about.
I shall
I
handle.
don't know where he is.
There's so many houseplants down here.
I know.
Which one is it?
It's
I shall handle.
I don't want to get arrested for molesting a potted palm or anything else like that. You know.
I want to go find Greenie.
Anytime, darling. Anytime.
I mean, if you get caught humping a shrub once, then you're a shrub humper for the rest of your life.
Frond fondler.
Oh dear.
Silky breaks away from the trout and makes his way towards the dressing room that Greenie occupied before. As he does so, is Inoki following? Is Inoki going for the mussels?
Inoki's going for the mussels.
Okay. Inoki makes a beeline for the break room. Highball has eyes on Mr. T.
That's right.
What do you want to do with that? What's your plan there?
So the plan is that all else fails, she's going to give that thing back to him. Like, if we don't get that, she's going to come up here and when, in the end of the day, she's going to give that to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be there to take it from him. When the chaos hits the fan. Because the chaos is going to hit the fan.
Oh, it's going to hit the fan big time.
Now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And Agent Orange is playing Shrubbery right now.
But I can see the door of the break room.
You've got eyes. You've got almost better eyes on everything than Inoki does right now. Not quite, but almost. Yeah, so you've got eyes on the break room and further down the hall where Greenie is heading.
Hmm.
So basically, I see myself through my other eye walk into the break room, right?
Uh-huh. Moments after you passed yourself with your other eye.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is getting confusing, but hey, I'm probably used to this shit.
Yeah. You probably have like 4 or 5 or just around town anyway.
Aye, sir.
So, all right. So are there the two muscles that are in here,
Mhm.
are they sitting like together, close together?
Yeah, they're across the table from each other. I think one of them
Okay.
began to like get himself up slowly after the lights dimmed.
Okay. Okay. So I will sneeze right
Oh,
on them. And that creates all it says is
You're allowed to get creative with
you
that. So basically you've
spicy
got
powder
yeah.
poofs like a smoke bomb. Cover your tracks or make some bunny cry.
So you
I'm
can use that however you want, and it adds 2 dice to your
sneezing a
roll.
bunch of fungal spores into their faces, and it's gonna make them puke everything they ate in the last 24 hours.
All right.
It's basically CS gas.
Let's get a roll.
And as they're writhing on the floor, hurling up whatever mussels eat, plankton, I guess. Hopefully not sentient plankton, because that would be disgusting.
I mean, we already talked about cannibalism in Mechanical Corner. So.
Yes. Well, you know. Oh, see, so I'm saving lives here because some of them probably aren't digested quite yet.
oh, nicely put. Oh, yes, I like that.
So what angle would you like to roll for that?
Supine.
I thought it was pretty clever. I'm
Downward
sneezing.
dog.
Okay.
It's deception, right?
Yeah, sure.
That's
This is
5 dice. How hard is it? I'm
you need a
sneezing on a couple
6.
of muscles. A 6, really? I'm
This
sneezing on a muscle.
This is
How hard
this
is
is
it?
not bad.
They don't have noses.
You need a 6 to affect them, right? Right? Because they breathe differently.
You got to get it in the gills.
Okay.
In their
Things
shell.
went sideways. My best roll is a 5.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I didn't fail spectacularly, but one of them's probably at least up and around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a hit here, guys.
You sneeze at this stuff.
Orange,
these
Orange, help
guys.
me, Orange.
And
Yeah, what do I do?
This powder goes everywhere, and the muscles just stand there, sort of like, what was that? And they look at you.
I have an allergy.
And one of them says, "You're not allowed in here. Get going. Go back upstairs. The party's upstairs." And they start to push you out the door.
They weren't even affected at all. Wow. Okay, so they're both pushing me out the door?
Yep.
Or just one of them?
Just one of them. The one that does not have the case.
Okay.
So they're pushing you out the door.
I was looking for the bathroom. I have
down that way.
I have fungal incontinence. I spew spores everywhere. It's embarrassing, but what can I say? I'm sorry.
Silky meets Greenie outside her room. Yep.
And I will sneeze again, although it's ineffectual. Just to make sure that
you sell
I'm backing up my statement that I was allergy. I have allergies.
As you are pushed out of the room, down to your left, you see Silky approaching Greenie outside of her dressing room.
Okay. Okay, so I failed, but at least I tried.
You must be Silky.
I am Silky. And you must be the talented Greenie T.
I was disappointed not to meet you upstairs.
A necessary misdirection, I assure you.
Misdirection? What sort of business are you in, my friend?
I am in a sort of business that will certainly be to your interest. In particular, you are in grave danger, my dear. Not from me, I should clarify.
From whom then?
From a certain matcha tea of our mutual acquaintance.
Oh, you know Mr. T.
Let's not say well, and let's not say that I like him very much. He is planning to betray you and steal this necklace. Can we talk inside? There's very little risk to you. If you do not believe me, I will simply go on my way and let you take your chances.
Let's roll something. You are on plan, so it's going to be a 4.
I'm doing clever.
Okay.
Okay. That is a 4, a 4, and a 5.
Okay. She nods and opens the door. Come in.
Excellent.
We don't have long.
Excellent. All right. I head in with her.
Oh, in like Flynn.
What is Agent Orange doing?
Agent Orange has been playing Potted Palm for too long. Agent Orange is going to relocate to just outside the door of the break room, as in wedging it shut by planting himself against it.
Planting himself?
Right against it, so it has no room to flex.
So Inoki leaves the break room and you immediately move in to block the door.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that is going to be a bold or what's the other one? A bold
Swift.
or sturdy, maybe?
Okay. Alrighty. Let's do it.
These guys, these two muscles are pure muscle.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a hard check. You need a 5 or higher.
Okay, I got 1 6 and 1 4 and then little. Yeah, so.
You succeed in blocking the way. And as you block it, you see Mr. T coming down the nearby stairs. Highball saw him look around the garden and duck into some bushes and come out and start making his way back into the museum. From upstairs, the garden has cleared out pretty much. The majority of the people have gone inside into the new wing of the museum to watch the show. And you follow Mr. T down and you can see Agent Orange blocking this door. Mr. T sort of hugging himself, crossing his arms as he makes his way down the stairs.
Do I pass him on the way?
Yeah, since you're right outside the doors, you would see him coming down as well.
Okay, so I kind of just pass him on the way, and then I'll just kind of do an about face and follow Highballer.
Okay.
Just to stay close.
Highball and Inoki are back together, and inside Greenie's dressing room, Greenie says, "It's going to take a lot to convince me that my husband is going to betray me."
Well, I happen to have a lot to offer.
What exactly is on offer here?
I suppose that since your husband plans to steal this gemstone and blame you for the theft and then profit from it, I suppose the best vengeance would be to steal it yourself and cut him out of the deal. If he then comes to you afterward, apologetic and begging for you to take him back, well, I mean, who am I to tell you not to do so? I'm only asking you to protect yourself.
I'm not quite convinced.
Did he instruct you to carry a fake? I pull out my fake.
Yes, I have it right here. She opens the little box.
Are you sure that is the fake and not the real necklace?
Oh, I know it's the fake because this is my plan.
An ingenious plan, my lady. I propose that we work together.
Gears are already turning.
I suspected that they might. You have always struck me as not only talented and beautiful and very, very nourishing, but extremely clever
And caffeinated.
and caffeinated. Very energetic.
Oh dear.
And outside, you
She's a morning person.
Highball, Inoki, and Agent Orange all see Matcha, Mr. T, get to Greenie's dressing room, and inside you hear bangs on the door.
I suspect that's him now.
I suspect it is as well.
So
Now, you're not working alone. You have your fungus friend.
Of course.
How many ways are we splitting this?
50-50.
50-50.
50-50.
She opens the door, and Mr. T looks from Greenie to you.
Ah, matcha tea. What a fine figure you cut today. Don't mind me.
Greenie, what is this? We've got a deal. A new crew. We're splitting it 50-50. They've got plans in the works. We've got plans in the works. Let's make this happen. And Mr. T takes out a duplicate of the case, the big case with the handcuffs that he'd been holding.
Ah.
Meanwhile, Agent Orange, back up against this door.
Yep.
These muscles are just pounding on it from the other side. People are still walking in the halls, and some of them are just like giving sidelong glances at this door that has pounding on the inside. And yeah, that swarm of bees goes by again. And how are you going to make this new plan happen?
We don't know about the new plan,
You don't.
basically.
Well, you do.
Oh, actually, I do. I
do.
do. Because
You got eyes everywhere.
Yeah, you
Yep.
were in there technically.
That's right.
Highball, what is happening in the dressing room as we're walking closer to, and what's happening inside the break room. Oh my God. As we're walking closer to Orange, and I, am kind of at a loss. How do we play this?
I got this.
I
Pretend-
think we have to.
I'll put my hand on your shoulder, Inoki. I go, you don't know me. Pretend you don't know me. Ready?
Right. Yep.
I'm gonna bust into the room,
Okay.
and I'm gonna yell Matcha's name and be like, "Are you saying that you're turning your back on me for her?"
What?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I thought we had a deal. I thought it was me and you. Don't ask.
Who are you?
Don't play. Oh, don't. Who am I? Not like you've been working with me for years.
Oh my.
Macho looks from Greenie to Silky to Highball. I don't know what you're talking about, buddy.
Oh, right. You don't know. We spent all that time working on this? And it was going to be
No.
me and you with that.
I don't know what you're talking about. Kind
I
of
give-
laughs.
I give Greenie a significant look,
That's it.
and one of my hands touches my nose.
You can make a choice. You can make a choice. You either follow through with the plan. And I look at her. Well, I guess it's too late now. I'm going to cut my losses and get out of here.
I'm going to make a choice. And he walks over and tries to pick you up since he is significantly larger than you.
Okay. I'm just
I'll butt him with
I'm going to yeah, I'm just going to shove him.
All right. You're getting bold.
I was going to get sturdy.
You can get sturdy.
I ain't
In
going to
these-
move nowhere.
In this suit, you're gonna get sturdy.
He's a big guy. It's going to be a 5.
I've got 5 dice to roll. Sturdy is my best skill, so. Oh no.
I
Doesn't matter
will
the
assist you.
ratio.
I will
got
assist
a-
you.
You'll assist me?
I will assist you by adding to the confusion.
How do you add to the confusion?
This is the moment. See how he betrays you.
Sure.
Yes.
I'll
All right.
You can say no.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting.
I thought about it. I'm more like, I don't remember if ratio matters because I got 3 1s. I did get a 6 and a 2. And another 2. Oh my god. So I got 3 1s, 2 2s, and a 6.
Is
So I
that
don't-
with help?
That's with help.
Wow. Okay. Silky gets a card.
There's 5 dice and then 1 more. So
Ratio doesn't matter.
okay.
You succeeded. You pushed him. It's not going to end well for you, though. So Greenie says, "Matcha, how could you?" And Highball pushes Matcha, and he falls on the case, and the case breaks. And he gets up, to his full height, and he looms over you. And he picks you up and says, "We're taking this outside." And by this, he means you.
Okay.
And we basically just get to do support streams 24/7.
We got another
Just
raid
love the
coming
stream.
in.
We just are constantly lifting people up. It's
Hey,
an
welcome
awesome,
Raiders.
super, like positive
Welcome in,
space.
Raiders.
Okay.
There's something there for everybody.
Can I
We've
And-
got
jump
games,
in?
we
While
have
this is
advice channels, we've
happening,
got
huge
self-promotion
distraction down the
channels,
hall. I'm
and
telling
it's just a
Orange,
fun time.
you still have
So
that
there's all
smoke
of my
bomb
links if
that
you want to come
that,
and hang
Silky
out with
gave
any
you,
of
right?
us.
Yep. Here it
But
is.
let's go ahead
Okay,
and
so
let's start
let's
off.
say we just
Our first
I
shout
don't
out goes
have
to one of our love.
a fake. You don't have a fake. There's freaking who has our second fake? So
I have
Silky has one. I thought I had the other one. Or
Yeah, you have
yes,
the
I
other.
did.
Yeah, I think
I
you
have
the
other one.
You have the other one. yeah.
So while there's this huge distraction down the hall, I imagine it's like drawing some attention from all the people in the hall.
It is, yeah.
So I tell Orange, how about we just open the door, scream, "You got to help her, she's being attacked," and then use his smoke bomb and make the switch in the break room, because I imagine whatever the demon bomb is, it will probably fill that break room.
It probably will.
Let's do
Okay,
it.
so let's do it. Okay, so he moves his potted ass off of the door and I fling it open and I said, "She's being attacked. She's being attacked." And Orange drops the bomb right in the middle of the room.
I do think I need a roll to use the bomb, specifically because Schlangenbrat kind of didn't know what was going to happen when you use it.
Right. No, I get that. But before I fling it, I stare very hard at everything, so I know where the table is and so on.
Great.
Yeah.
Before all visibility goes away, if that's what happens.
Great. That sounds great.
Okay.
What would you
And
like to roll?
I would like to roll. Ooh, I think careful. Or have I used careful? Have I used? No, I have not. Oh yes, I used careful to throw the initial smoke bomb. So I'll
have you used bold since then?
No.
Did you use bold to block the door?
No, he
Or
used
did you
sturdy.
use sturdy?
sturdy.
Okay. Then you cannot use careful, but
Yep.
any of your other ones are
Swift. Yeah, because I want to do it fast before they.
Right.
cool.
Okay, here we go.
While they're distracted.
Okay, and my rolls.
Can I wait? Can I help him?
How do you
Because
assist?
I'm basically making the distraction. I'm telling them, hey, she's being attacked. She's being attacked.
Do you
And
accept
I'll use
that
Swift as
help?
well.
Yeah. Realizing this is the card that wins the game. Yes, because that's what my character would do. Yeah.
Yep. You
Okay.
can roll an extra die for that. You can also roll an extra die because you're using a special item.
Okay. Well, in that case. Rolls are 5, 5, 3, and 2.
5, 5, 3, and 2 will do it. So 5, 5 is a success exactly as you intended it to be.
Excellent.
So what happens?
So I know which locker this thing is in because I saw him put it in it. Right?
Yeah, it's in that case that he's carrying.
The case.
He's
one
carrying the
guy's
case.
Yeah.
The one who did not push us.
Yep.
Okay. So, but it's handcuffed to his wrist, right?
It is.
So
what are handcuffs to a thief, though? Toys.
So, I rush in and hit him high. The guy with the case, like across the throat to knock him down.
Yep. And then the darkness bomb.
Yeah.
Where do you throw that?
On the table.
You throw it on the table, and you hear. What's that?
Yeah, so it should shatter on the table if it's going to shatter.
It shatters on the table, and you hear the high-pitched screech of a bat as darkness just spreads out from it, and you can see the darkness spread towards you, and then it moves down the hall and fills the entire basement of this place.
Love it. Okay, so I've hit the guy with the case. I've hit him across the throat to try and knock him down. What I'm trying to do is try and knock him over on his back.
Yep. And you succeeded. So yeah, the muscle falls on his back. You hear his shell hit the ground.
Okay. Right. Now, Chris.
I'm sorry. I had a time lag. My internet's getting a little spotty. So tell me what happened.
The muscle holding the case was knocked down by Agent Orange. You can hear the loud smack of the shell as it hits the floor. He tossed the darkness bomb, and it hit the table, breaking, and darkness has filled the entire bottom floor of this place. From one end to the other.
Holy sh! Okay, so I will pile onto the case and try to smash it open, because I saw how easily it was smashed open when T fell, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I will smash it open, grab the jewel, drop my fake, and try to get the hell out.
All right, let's get a smash roll.
Oh, Christ. Okay, I've used just about everything.
I can
When you-
assist you. Would you like some assistance?
Are you there to assist?
I can shout, and I have something to shout.
And Inoki, or sorry,
How
Silky
could
is
I
also
use
very good in the
careful?
dark.
I am.
Right? Okay.
Darling.
Well, you
Never
know.
had any complaints. Lots of positive reviews.
I'm not. I'll take a little help, even if there are 8 little spider legs clambering all over me in the dark, which is really creepy.
The case, thieves, the case.
Careful is all I've got. That. Oh no, I just used swift, so I can use sturdy.
Yep.
I can
gonna
use
need it.
sturdy again. So that's 4 dice, and I'm basically hammering this thing for everything I've got.
+1 for the assistance if you haven't added that in yet.
And 1 for the assistants. I have a 6, a 5, and a 4, and 2 3s.
A 6, a 5, and a 4. You did it.
Okay, so
yeah.
smashed it open, made the switch, grabbed the real one, tuck it someplace safe, and
now we have to get you out of here.
Well, now everybody look at your cards.
Yeah.
And add up your total.
Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, but I don't know what they are.
Erik. Oh my god. I've got 3
Eric's got how
cards.
many?
Many.
Crap.
They
So
could
add
be
up-
all
People could
aces.
you help?
What's that? Aces or ones?
Yeah, he could have all aces.
Yeah.
I have almost all aces, so
I was told I got one card, but I don't know what that one is.
Just roll the die, and it should be because these cards are all between 1 and 4.
Oh, that's an ace. So I got a 1, 2 3s, and a 2.
So when you're playing this like in person, you
Yeah.
just have one set of cards and everyone just gets one of those
do.
cards.
Yeah, so this uses the cards from Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber, which all have pieces of a maze on them. And they have between 0 and 4 gears. So in that game, when you play a card next to another card, the gear determines the cards next to it that rotate.
Got it. Yeah.
So this uses the quantity of gears on the cards.
Okay. So the person who gets to decide the end game is the person who has the most cards, right?
The person who has the
Not-
highest number when you add all the cards numbers together.
so I've got a 3 and 2
Oh, okay.
aces, which means I've got a 5.
5,
6,
I
7,
see.
8, 9.
10,
14.
14.
I kind of knew that.
Okay.
And 10 for me.
Ooh, close.
So as Inoki smashes this case, swaps the replica necklace for the real one, what really happened, Silky?
So as soon as he was smashing the case, I moved out into the hallway because I'm a creature of the night. I could see through this darkness, which I didn't know was going to happen, but it did. And I was like, huh, great. And I moved up to him and I,
You pass a giant bat on your way.
yes.
Oh,
Nod
And
at each other.
I just casually switch the broken case that Matcha had dropped for the case that my friend has been beating on. I take the secured case myself, and I leave obviously the fake necklace next to the broken case. So my friend grabs the fake necklace,
replaces it with a fake.
replaces it with a fake. I get the hell out of there. Although I do help him get out as well. Because my flaw is that I have a moral compass. And my moral compass does not allow me to betray those that I care about. And I care about all of you. So
So you have to help Orange as well.
for the next few minutes, I spend some time getting my friends out of this darkened nightmare. If that involves throwing somebody in a waste tube that leads to the sewers, that's what happens.
It's okay. Highball's got friends in the sewers.
I do.
If that involves putting somebody in a cart and wheeling them out, that's what happens as well.
As long as I don't get
do.
beaten up by matcha, by matcha tea.
I do end up. Well, Matcha Tea is the one who takes the fall for attempting to steal the necklace. I
Right.
do honor my commitment partly to Green Tea and cut her in on the deal.
50%?
I may have undersold how much we actually sell the necklace for.
Ah, yes.
So
Nice.
50% of 5,000 is, 2,500. Because, I give her a fair price anyway. And then I cut the rest of us in. I have a moral compass. That is my flaw. And I
How is
wish
that
to
a
reward
flaw?
us epically. It's written under
For a
flaw. What do you
thief?
want?
Because they're
For a
thieves.
thief, yeah,
Because
'cause
we're
Oh.
thieves.
Oh,
Exactly.
okay.
And so I wish to reward us equally
Wonderful. One of those
with
rare
an additional
games.
an additional share going to support the poor and overlooked of the city.
To the Minion Liberation Front.
Wow, you do have a moral compass.
Wow.
It's written in black and white right there on my character sheet.
There you go.
I love it.
Wow. These games rarely end with all the thieves still liking each other, which is why Highball has a new crew for this one. But apparently he chose well,
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay.
and that's the game.
And that is the game.
All right.
That was
That
hilarious.
hilariously fun. Yeah.
It's
I
a
thought
great
I
game.
had it. Man, I thought I had it.
You were very close.
All of
So
Silky's friends would have betrayed him.
That's
That's why it had to be me. Someone
Yeah.
else might have got it wrong.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. That was great. Thank
Well
you, all
played.
of you guys. Thank you for
I
the
love it.
chat, for being
Yeah.
in here and watching and hanging out. Please hang out with us because we're going to talk a little bit about what everybody's working on. Because we mentioned a little bit at the beginning, but many of you are new. We've had 2 or 3 raids of people coming in, groups of people coming in. So I'd really love to hear again what everybody's working on right now, what they've got going on. Mark, you wanna start us off again and talk about the game found with the
Yeah.
Conquest Princess and everything?
So first, I would like to thank all of you for playing. I really enjoy running this game and enjoy when people enjoy it. We are working on an RPG that uses the same mechanics for Conquest Princess as well, with the added mechanic of bag building, because that game is a bag builder. So Conquest Princess Fashion is Power is currently on GameFound. We are at about 80%, and we've got a week left, and any support for it would be amazing. We're a small indie board game company, so anytime somebody takes an interest in our projects, that is fantastic. Conquest Princess is a crisis management co-op bag builder. You play space agents trying to take on fashion tyranny through the power of fashion and friendship, and it's just a really fun game. So you can find it on GameFound right now. If you want more information about it, it's pretty much all on GameFound, but you can also visit fightinthebox.com. We have put a lot of love into it, and it is a massive game too. It takes up the whole table. It has 4 scenarios in one box that you can either play individually or as a campaign, and it's a lot of fun.
And we're going to be demoing it here on stream on Tuesday. So
Yeah,
if you
I'll be
Tuesday
back
at
for that.
4 p.m. Central. So if you want to check out the game, we're going to hop into Tabletop Simulator, and Seppi, who is the company owner, is going to be joining us, and Mark's going to be joining us as well to play the game and just kind of demo it on stream for us through Tabletop Simulator. So
Yeah.
Ed,
It's gonna be great.
Ed,
Ed? That would be me.
that is you.
Yes.
You've got so much
Oh.
cool stuff going on.
Oh God, I can't remember it all because I'm old and befuddled. But what the thing I've just finished is the layout for the final book, the deep dive book, the River Fleet book that goes in Athcliath, Viking Rule Dublin, published by Pendlehaven for Fate of the Norns, and that should be out in time for Gen Con, all the gods willing. And I'm working on some other things, but I can't tell you about most of them because, haha, Hollywood has NDAs.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yes. That's it.
And
That's
you've
it
got
for me.
your-
I mean,
And you've got your
Oh, yeah.
Patreon as well, right? And
Oh, yeah,
and
okay.
the YouTube and all that kind of stuff. So go and check out Ed Greenwood. We've the
Yeah.
link's been popping up quite a bit on this chat, so you can just scroll around and find that link. So awesome.
Cool.
Thank you so much, Ed, for joining us. Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I was just pledging to this cool game that I found on GameFound.com.
thank you.
Yes, I just completed my own crowdfunding campaign to produce my superhero series that I've been writing for a few years. I'm currently writing book 2 of the main series. It starts with this. This cover for Libations for the Dead is drawn by the ever so wonderful Claudio Pozas, if people know him from D&D and Magic art. He did the first 3 covers in the series. I have, oh, yep, look, there, Chris has one as well. I am currently writing book 2 of that, which is called Public Enemy, named after the band, no doubt. And then I have written a prequel novel, which is a 104,000 word novel. So you're definitely getting your money's worth out of that. And it's been really fun. You know how writers have a spectrum of works that they do, like some that are just like very hard and time consuming and soul killing but like pay well, and some that are just like really fun and like really engaging, like you feel like you're just on fire when you're writing them. Well, this is in the latter category. This is one of those things that I just really, really love working on. And I am so touched by everyone's support to see it go this far. And there are more books coming out. I think I might end up doing another Kickstarter one of these days to do some more things. Anyway, keep watching for it. And you can buy some of the books that are on DEF CON 1 publishing, or you can find them by finding me online. I'm sure I will talk about them. Anyway, thank you so much. Oh, and check out the Dungeon Scrawlers Twitch stream. We stream mostly D&D every week. Sometimes Mondays, always Wednesdays. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Eric, for being here. I appreciate you and everything
Absolutely.
you do
This is
for
great.
us.
And thank you for running, Mark. This is great.
Yeah.
Thank you. This was great. Yeah.
Chris.
So, I will be at Gen Con. I've got metric F ton of books. Yeah, Eric's going to be there. You are going to be there, right, Eric?
Yeah, I'm going to be there.
So Eric's going to be there. Ed's going to be there.
Yep.
Mark's going to be there.
I'll be running this game there. There's still
Amazing.
openings
Oh,
available.
that's very cool. I got to look you up because that would be great. But I have the second in my War of Souls trilogy from Falstaff Books coming out this summer. That might be out by Gen Con, but I wouldn't bet on it. But it will probably be out for Dragon Con, which I will also be attending in Atlanta this year. Always something new coming out. I've got over 30 something titles. It's embarrassing how much I write. But it's all
It's all
there.
good stuff. All good stuff.
JaxBooks.com. Yeah, JX Books. That's me.
Awesome. Thank you again, guys, so much. As for this show and this stream, Monday, we're going to have Andy Law, the Lawhammer. He is the cartographer for Critical Role and all of the stuff that they do there. He does some amazing artwork. He also worked on the Warhammer RPG quite a bit. All kinds of stuff he's worked on. He's going to be joining us for the podcast on Monday, so make sure to join us on Monday for that. As we mentioned, we're going to be doing the demo of Conquest Princess on stream on Tuesday. And Wednesday, we're going to be playing a little game called Heroes of Barcadia, which is like a drinking role-playing board game thing on stream on Wednesday. I haven't played it, but I've heard about it. I've got all my stuff printed out, and one of our other fellow friends in the community is going to be running it for us. So that will be on Wednesday. So that's what we're doing here on stream.
It's great.
It's fun.
Nice.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Sounds fun.
Again, thank you guys so much for joining and being a part of this. I'm glad we were able to find time in everybody's schedule to get everyone together for this. Hopefully you all had a great time. If nothing else comes of it, we got to hang out and you guys all got to role play together and it was a fun time. So That's the best part about this whole thing. I think is it was just a ton of fun, and like I said earlier, I really wanted you guys to play this RPG system. I really wanted Mark to run it for you because it is just so fun and ridiculous and entertaining. So I think that being said, let's do a raid. I've got another community member, one of the earliest community members. She's a big streamer and a big advocate for mental health and autism and stuff like that. And she's having her 3-year streamiversary and birthday event. And she's just a loving, caring person, takes care of everybody in her community and supports so many people. She's really friends with a lot of the VLDL people as well here on streams and just does all kinds of stuff. So we're going to go and raid out Penny Potato and go and show her some love. So guys, thank you so much for being here and watching us. And to Ed, Eric, and Mark. Ed, Eric, Mark, and Chris. I was like, I'm missing. There's Chris. He's right here next to me.
Buddy.
Thank you guys so much and have a great night, everyone. Take care.
Yep.